Three, two, one. Welcome in, everyone.
Hey.
Ooh, I rhymed right there. I should be a rapper.
You should be a rapper.
Damn.
What would be your rapper's name?
My rapper name would be, I don't know. What would be a good rap name? Put in the comments. What would be a good rap name for me? I don't know. What would be a good rap name for me. What will your rap name be?
I think yours would be Funktastic Marv.
Bro, that sounds gay as shit.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like more like an 80s type of
You
name.
said Funktastic. Did you really say that right now?
Funktastic.
You're already starting off bad. Stop. Everybody's worried about if you're gonna drop calls tonight.
Is that the main concern?
Yeah, that's the main concern.
I don't think that's the main concern. You know what? I don't feel that's the main concern.
Norby's downloaded a new app, so hopefully it works. Thank you guys for joining us tonight on this fine evening, whether you're at work still or at home. If you're arguing with your other half, if you're yelling at the kids, if you're making dinner while you're watching, if you're driving a truck, to all my truckers out there, shout out to all you guys, and just all the hard workers. Shout out to the homeboy Snoop from El Hoyo and Giggles Son Lopez and everybody else in the chat. I appreciate you guys for joining us tonight, for reals. Blue Star Dallas TV, I see you. Gracias for joining. Johnny Rodriguez. Who else is in there? And there's a gang of people. I can't say all your names. There's a lot of people in here, but I appreciate all you guys for joining in, for us, for giving me your time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. NORBEEZ.
All right. I put that as a poll for the audience to decide if I would drop all the calls or none of the calls. Okay.
You better not drop no calls, or I'm gonna hire somebody from the audience to come and take over your spot.
So fast that Hells Yeah went up.
All right.
That hurts.
So what will be your rap name? Everybody wants to know.
Mine would probably be
Taco Balls.
I would go with maybe like something like heavy NORBEEZ.
NORBEEZ? Hey, NORBEEZ, right? NORBEEZ. You're gonna create a new nickname for you, homie.
I'm thinking that name Heavy D because nobody's ever taken that name.
What do you mean Heavy D?
You remember Heavy
There's
D?
There's a
right?
Heavy D.
Yeah, but nobody's ever used Heavy anymore.
Heavy. I don't know. Well, you're kind of heavy.
That's all. That's
right. How much do you weigh, NORBEEZ? How much? We want to know. How much do you weigh? I
stopped checking a long time ago.
Stop lying. Just like you don't want to give out your birthday. You're such a liar, dude.
Last I checked, I weighed about 250.
250 in the right ankle.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna read some of the. You guys had a lot of questions today. I got a lot of questions in my inbox on Instagram.
Are you reading these names they're making up for me?
Mr. East LA, your new rap name.
NORBEEZ the drop caller.
NORBEEZ the drop caller. Hey, that's a good one right there. NORBEEZ, who said that right there? Oh, wait. Pamero says the hot dog gobbler. That's a good.
Hey, Funk Machine said NORBEEZ the drop caller.
Yeah, that's funny.
Somebody called me Little Hot Dog. No.
Oh, the Vienna, Little Vienna.
Guillermo says my rap name is Bipolar Chipmunk.
Bipolar. NORBEEZ, have you ever been diagnosed bipolar?
No. Thankfully, I've never been diagnosed.
Have you ever been with a female that's been bipolar?
Oh, wow. Okay. That made me think. I mean,
I have.
I think haven't we all?
Oh, yeah, I have, bro.
I think we all have, man.
I think it's a little bit of my fault, though, too. You know, like I'm the one that chose to kick it with a female like that. But, hey. But I think it happens. I think
all females have a little bit of bipolar in them.
Dear Juan says squeeze.
Squeeze.
Hey, Mario says Nortetas.
Damn.
Norbeton. Norbit. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. Damn. These names are getting wild. They're getting wild.
You see, this is what I love about the live chat, man. That they're very creative when it comes to roasting. When it comes to coming up with stuff, they're just so very creative. So. Shout out to the live chat, always keeping us entertained with your comments, your roasts. I mean,
hey, so when is the last time? Speaking of rappers, right? Yeah. When is the last time? Have you ever been into Chicano rap?
Have I ever been
into it? Like listen to Chicano rap or follow the whole you know what I mean?
And this is where I get mixed up because for me, when I think of Chicano rap, I think of the rappers that were from like the 90s to the 2000s. That was it.
So in the 90s, who was the first time you ever heard of the term Chicano rap?
It's gonna be with Kid Frost.
Kid Frost.
Yeah, that's.
And they labeled him.
Kid Frost, and then Proper Dos.
Okay. And that you listen to him?
I think I listen more to Proper Dose than Kid Frost.
Okay. And then who else? Who? And what about the 2000s, the early 2000s?
No,
Who'd
the
you
only
listen
one
to?
that I could think of in early 2000. Now, I don't know if NB Writers counts as rappers
I don't think so.
because
Bro.
for the most part, some of they
I think
have
it would be
some
like
rap in
I
there.
think that would be like
Right?
Chicano R&B, like borderline.
I think
You know what I mean?
a little bit of bar dropping. in
Well,
there.
yeah.
Aside from them, I would say Little Rob would be one of them. And
What's your favorite song from Little Rob?
Summer Nights?
Summer for reals?
Yeah.
That's so bougie, bro. Me.
You know what?
That's a good song, but that's not like a song.
I
You
think
know what I
that
mean?
I like it for its corniness. Chilling at home.
Oh well, you didn't
working on
grow
the
up. You didn't grow up
car.
like gangster. That's what I'm expecting
no.
an answer from you.
No,
We need
no.
And for anybody that's gonna call in a little bit when we do take calls, I want to hear from you guys. What was your favorite song from any of the mainstream rappers? You know, whether it was Little Rob, whether it was man, who else is out there? Conejo. Like, what was a song? I know there's homies that are bangers that are gonna call. You know, so what song pumped you up? You know what I mean?
You know what's interesting for me is that where I grew up, it was mostly taggers. There was a lot of taggers. I mean, the only gangs that were around was either.
But taggers listen to gangster stuff too.
Oh yeah, they did.
Well, what did you listen to growing up? What did you grew up with? Who? Your mom and dad? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, both of them, and
I've never interviewed you.
No.
We don't know.
I never interviewed you either.
Yeah, you have.
When?
You came to my pad when we first met.
But that wasn't an interview.
Well, yeah, whatever. But we don't know too much about NORBEEZ. Who's NORBEEZ? NORBEEZ could be like,
As a kid, I grew up obviously with Spanish music, like
corridos or what?
just like Vicente Fernandez, Juan Gabriel.
That you're gonna say reggaeton or something like
Temerarios,
that. I don't know about you.
Loyolis, all those songs from back then, and then it went from that music to 80s music.
You did not listen to 80s music. Stop. Nobody in the chat believes you listen to 80s music. You're talking about freestyle?
I don't know.
Or what you talking about?
No, like 80s, like alternative or R&B or soul. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you remember, but back then they used to have those 80s collection love songs. I don't know if you remember
my
that.
God. The ones that they used to have in the infomercials? You're talking about that?
Yeah. You remember
Dude,
those?
you used to listen to that? Yeah.
My mom ordered like one of those sets.
No way.
And I just ended up like...
You used to grab the lotion and go in your room and listen to it or what?
Hey. That's how rumors get started.
All right.
But I you know what's cool about those collaborations, I don't know, is it collaboration?
Yeah, they're kind of like
they
mixed.
were like mashup mixes.
Yeah.
Or what would you call it back then?
That's what you would call it, a mix. They were mix of R&B from like the 80s or whatever it was.
Okay, well, it was cool because they had like R&B, they had but they also had like alternative music. They had the like that funky.
So did you listen to like artists like the Smiths or
no? That was the one group that I never really got into. That I never really heard anybody.
Oh, really?
I think that was mostly an East Side thing, from what I get.
No, that was an all around
The
thing.
only people I know that listen to that are from the East Side. Anybody from the South Side, from the West Side, the North Side.
What side are you from?
They're like, who?
What side are you from?
I'm from I guess.
Where you from, NORBEEZ?
Technically the West Side.
Where you from, NORBEEZ? Nah.
But well, I don't know. East Side.
Lift up your shirt, NORBEEZ.
East
Where you
Side
from?
Hollywood.
You
East
got
Side
tattoos
Hollywood.
on. You're probably all tatted under that
Nah.
tight ass Taco Bell shirt.
Never know.
All right, what cartoon did you grow up watching?
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, but hey, you know, when you think about it, it was really dark. That
Why?
fucking cartoon was dark. I mean, they were like really trying to either off each other or they were deleting
Like Tom and
themselves.
Jerry?
Oh, they were deleting themselves.
Oh, you're talking about like the Roadrunner?
or
and all
the
them?
Tweety Bird when he's trying to off himself.
Were you around when Beetlejuice, the cartoon was around?
Yeah.
You were?
I remember
I'm trying
that.
to figure out how old you are, homie. That's why I'm asking you these questions.
It's funny you would say that. Because,
Were you around Knots Landing?
Who?
You know what Knots Landing is? Don't lie, NORBEEZ.
No, I don't know.
All right, Little House on the Prairie.
I'm familiar with that.
Gilligan's Island.
Oh yeah, who didn't grow up with Gilligan's
You're
Island?
younger than me.
That was on Fox.
You're younger than
that was
me
on
then.
Fox TV.
You got to be younger than me.
I know Bash too.
You're like 38 years old.
You know, it's funny that you would say that because somebody asked me today, asked me for my age, and I told them, you know, I don't really tell people my age. I had to. Tell
Why?
this
Why is
person.
it such a secret? Only women do that. Are you a woman?
No. And,
You
know,
identify?
I told you, I mean, and you know, I'm glad we were talking about this because it made me really think. Also, like back then, I know why I didn't tell people because you know the whole time restraint. You know, time is telling you how old you are, how far along are you?
NORBEEZ, when did
How
you
close
learn
are
that?
you to this? Anyway,
When did you learn that,
but
bro?
aside from that, recently when that person asked me, it made me think again. Like, why am I not trying to give out the age? But and then I'm thinking like, what? Even if I did give out the age, even if you gave out the age, it wouldn't be correct.
So if a girl went out with you,
Yeah.
and she asked you, "Hey, how old are you?" What are you gonna say to her? You're not gonna tell her?
No.
Why?
No. But you know, I would be lying if I didn't say one got it out of me.
Mm-hmm.
One.
What was his name?
Hey.
Come on.
That's how rumors get started.
I know. Look at they're putting the old ass what you call it Taxi, Punky Brewster. Man, those are some old shows right there. Heck yeah.
Here, this is funny. In my middle school,
Facts of Life.
Punky Brewster's brother was my teacher.
Punky Brewster's brother?
Was my substitute teacher.
Dang, that's
for
crazy.
Like 2 months.
How do you know he wasn't lying?
Huh?
How do you know he wasn't lying?
He brought her.
He brought Punky Brewster to you.
He brought her to the class.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Because he really thought we didn't believe him.
Yeah, NORBEEZ is like around 30, 38, bro. I think.
That show's crazy.
Yeah, all right. Let's get to some of the questions. My bad for the long-winded conversation right now, but we're reminiscing on the old days.
And that's a beautiful thing, though, that we can still do that, man. You know, shout out, RIP to those who can't.
Simón que sí.
All right, let's see. Here's a question for you from Evolve to Play. He says, have you ever did an owl tattoo?
Yeah, I've done a lot of owl tattoos.
Is that a
lot
thing?
of them. An owl tattoo became a thing. And I always emphasize this in the mid 2000s. We'll say around 2008. I'm guessing around 2008 because that's when I started to see it. There was a big movement, not movement, but I seen it doing tattoos. I got to see this first-handedly.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted an owl. Everybody wanted an all-seeing eye. Everybody wanted some form of tattoo that symbolized what people would think or to believe to be the Illuminati or Freemasonry.
Yeah.
They wanted a compass. And every time I asked these people, why do you want that? They never knew the answer. Oh, I just like it.
Is that brainwashing?
And when I started studying about occultic symbolism and mind control, stuff like that, I already knew that it was something like that. It has to be something like that. There has to be something. You're seeing these images everywhere. Like the movie Focus. I always tell people to watch with Will Smith.
That's the reason I don't want to watch it, because
Why?
you say it has all those.
No, but
things in
they
there.
show you. They show you how they do that. You know what I mean? They show you how they use certain frequencies, or they'll flash certain images at you, and you'll sit there and you think that you want this. But it's not. It's subconsciously you're wanting it, bro.
That reminds me. Hey, have we ever showed the bicycle thing?
No, we should do that, huh?
I don't think we've ever showed it, huh? I mean, you showed it to me.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't even be saying the answer already. You're already fired, bro. You're dumb. Anyways, we'll do it someday. You're like diarrhea mouth, bro.
I think that happened.
You're like, I can't get busted with you because you're gonna give it all up without even knowing you're giving it all up. Well, officer, the thing is that me and Marvelous were we weren't doing nothing. He was doing everything, but then he wasn't doing everything. And you better get out of here with that, bro. Man, you're crazy. But anyways, yeah. Well, I mean, just like the symbolism with the fast food. Every fast food joint is red and yellow. Yeah. Why is it like that?
Yeah.
Why is there an owl at every rave event? Why is there, there's certain things that are just out there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I was gonna ask you, since you're talking about tattoos, I think I sent you that reel. And since you're a tattoo artist, is it true that when people find out you're a tattoo artist, they start asking you about tattoos?
It sucks.
Where they want to get
it sucks.
What
you know what sucks for a tattoo artist? I'm gonna say this. What sucks for a tattoo artist is if you're a single tattoo artist, if you're like not in a relationship, and you're out there and you meet a girl that you like, it sucks if the girl finds out that you're a tattoo artist because all your conversations end up being about tattoos.
Really?
And then the focus isn't on you anymore. It's on how can I get hooked up with a tat. And even with I've had not issues with homies,
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of homies hit me. I've tatted a lot of homies.
Yeah.
You know, but my thing is with homies is I've tatted up homies that are with it. You know, like
Okay,
I'm not gonna
all
put
right.
my neighborhood on you if I don't know you personally or somebody ain't gonna fucking speak up for you.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do that. You know, but younger homies that I don't know, I haven't done the neighborhood on them. You know, and I know they felt some type of way about that. You
Yeah.
know, and it's just don't take it as any disrespect. You know what I mean? It's just that I don't know you, dude. There's a gang of homies your age that will tat you.
Yeah.
That will go put it on you. And I'm not going to just like, this isn't just, oh, he's from the neighborhood. Let's slap the neighborhood on him and boom, like that.
Yeah.
And then what if the dude ends up being a weenie?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
and then they're going to be like, oh, man, well, who put that body on him? Shh, youngster did it.
Dang.
Like, you know, how good is that going to look on me? You know what I mean?
So even as a tattoo artist, they're still...
Yeah, but it sucks.
you
It
gotta
sucks
look
to
out
meet
for.
people. It sucks to meet people, and they know. Oh, hey, aren't you Marvelous Ink? Oh yeah, I wanted to get this cover up, or I wanted to do this. And what do you think? Well, how much will you charge me, G? And whoop de whoop, and then my lady, and like, it's
You'll
just,
be
it
like,
sucks. You know what I mean?
"Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I've
imagine
heard
somebody.
lots about you."
Imagine somebody. Norby's a camera guy, right?
Yeah.
We'll just say that Norby's is a camera guy.
Yeah.
Or you know about computer, and every time you see a girl you like or something, and she goes up to you and she go, hey, I heard you're a camera guy. Your whole focus was to talk to this female,
Yeah.
or whatever, but it's gonna end up being about something that you don't even want to talk about. I talk about tattoos 24/7, bro.
That's only happened to me once with the camera thing, never with the computer thing.
Where a guy went up to you and was trying to get to know you, or what? Just saying. Yeah, but you know what I mean. It just sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks to have to talk about that all the time. You know,
Yeah.
and a lot of what a big thing with tattoo artists is. I always hear this story. Like I'll have people come and get tatted by me, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, my cousin tattoos, but he never makes time for me," or "My brother does tats and he never does," because you're not gonna pay them, or they're not gonna charge you what they really want to get. You're a family member. If they do got love for you, they're gonna discount you. If whatever, if you're a homie, they don't want to give you a factual price. You know what I mean? And everybody's looking for the hookup when in reality, and I'm not saying this because I expect this. I'm saying in reality, if it's somebody that you love or somebody that you care about, and they have their establishment, and whether it's tattoo, whatever it is, you shouldn't be looking to get a discount. You should actually be hooking them up and be like, hey, you know what? Here's $100 tip.
Dang.
Here's a $50 tip.
Yeah.
You know, like you should do that, you know? And people don't do that. Like I got the majority of my clients are all raza.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
You know? But I do have a big following of white people. A lot of black people hit me up too. But the highest tippers that tip me are white people.
Really?
Are white people, bro. They'll tip me $200. They'll tip me $100. You know, they'll give me, like, I have this one client, cool dude.
Yeah.
Cool dude. I've been tatting him up for a while, and he owns his own coffee business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time he comes, bro, he brings me bags of coffee.
Yeah.
You know, he tips me $200.
Oh yeah.
You know, and hey, let me know when you have more time, and whoop de whoop, and he's always shooting me,
Yeah.
people my way.
That's dope.
And
That's hella dope.
then yeah, but and the raza, they tip me, bro. Like I appreciate that, you know. And
Yeah.
I don't ask for no tips or nothing. And if they do give me a tip, I tell them, hey, you know what? I'll put that to your next tattoo. Like don't
Yeah.
trip. I'll put it to you don't need to tip me.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanna gain your respect
Yeah.
as a as an artist.
You wanna
I
build
want
that
you to I want to build that
relationship
relationship. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. It's crazy.
Damn,
the
bro.
tattoo world is crazy, homie.
I would have just given you a handshake and a dab.
Damn, thanks, Norby.
Hey.
Shoot.
Sig15625 says Norby's drop the S in hells yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I told you? I say that because I saw it in the movie Half Baked. Have you ever seen Half Baked?
Yeah, a long time ago.
There's this one scene where one of the white guys picks up the phone and I think somebody tells him if he licks feet. If he licks feet and he responds by hells yeah, I lick feet.
Oh, for real? Do you?
Huh?
Do you?
No, I don't do that.
Don't be lying.
I've had that conversation with Tony. I don't know.
We don't want to talk
I
about
don't know
that.
why guys want to.
We want to talk about that on my show. You leave those Tony conversations on Tony's show. All right. No disrespect to Tony, buddy. Hey Tony, you and Norby's want to talk about feet licking, homie. You guys talk about that all you want on your show, dog. That ain't happening over here, homie. Nah, but go for it. What's the next one?
All right, Zapata.
Get to it.
Zapata Vive 1801 says, "Why is the swastika demonized while the star-spangled swastika is idolized?" Oh, okay.
Well, my opinion on that is because they want you to look at the whole German Hitler movement as a really, really bad thing on why they overthrew, that whole what would I call that? I wouldn't call it an organization, but I would call it you know what? I wouldn't even call it a movement either.
Oh,
It's what were you gonna say? Don't cut me off and make me forget what I was gonna say, bro. If you don't know what you're gonna say. All right, so you just shut it over there. Let's close those curtains over there, homie.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Man, forget it, NORBEEZ. Okay, so I just think it's just to demonize the whole thing that he was just a foul person, when in reality his first stance was to stop a certain movement that was coming onto his land. I understand that a lot of people aren't here no more, and they do call it. I could use the word the H word, where it's like what they call it that happened over there.
Oh, I wouldn't say.
Wouldn't say it. I know we keep getting demonetized, so there's certain words that I can't use. They keep on demonetizing the video.
The last one, the last live we did, I got demonetized because we used words we weren't.
Yeah, so I can't use certain words, but you guys know the H word. What happened over there to a certain group of people? It starts with an H and ends with cost. So they want to demonize that whole thing when he was just trying to stop. For the first part of it, this whole man, I can't even use that word. The whole rainbow movement. We'll just say that. Started burning books, just trying to stop this whole agenda that was starting to flourish in the communities over there, like they are here today. They flourished and they're flourishing. Seeds are being planted, and a bunch of rainbows are everywhere now.
Yeah, but you know what Nazi stands for by any chance?
Go ahead.
It stands for National Socialism, and it's interesting that here in the U.S. the Republicans and the Democrats have a thing about demonizing the word socialist. Mm-hmm. And these are parties that promote that LGBTQ stuff, mm-hmm. and it doesn't matter which side it is; they both promote it, mm-hmm. and they both sponsor it, and they both put their money and take money from it. Mm. But they demonize the word socialist.
Do you know how that they found out how Hitler ties his shoes recently?
What?
They found out, it's a big old thing going viral. They found out how he ties his shoes. It's been like a big old thing.
So he doesn't do the bunny ears?
He ties them in little Nazis. You're fired, man. Things go over your head like forget it, NORBEEZ. You're fired, homie.
Hey, to my
get out of here.
I don't think most of the people in the live check.
They know what I was talking about. They knew what I was getting at. All right, but yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. Now you know. So go for it. Go for the next one. What's the next one, homie?
All right, government username says, "I can't wait for drop calls with NORBEEZ."
Damn, you better not drop no calls tonight, bro. I'm telling you, my audience, there's gang members in my audience.
All right, Mundo 144 says, "Do a biblical Mindz." Okay, well, he says suggesting do a biblical Mindz part 3 with the brothers from the first one, Ratasan and the others.
I will.
Yeah, that was a dope one. Having them here. Let's see. Okay, this one has to do with the live calls again. Let's see. What
was that third one you were going to read?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Dope.
And this one, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to read the response to it, and then
there's a response
back. All right, this is from a character by the name Chemo's Flicks.
Oh,
Chemo's Flicks.
The Chemo Kid.
Hey. He says
Wait, first of all, who's Chemo?
Chemo, I think the actual name of that character.
No,
or
who is he? Who is he on YouTube?
on YouTube?
social
Well,
media?
okay, well on YouTube, this guy named Chemo Flicks.
Let's give him a little bit of shine.
He does.
Since he wants some shine.
I mean, he pretty much just puts a bunch of clips together. I don't know if that's if there's a name for that.
I think he's
he's
like an ultimate troller.
He's not. No, you know what?
How is that not trolling?
I wouldn't put ultimate troller because an ultimate troller has no problem showing their face.
Oh, okay.
50 Cent is an ultimate troller. Donald Trump is an ultimate troller. I'm an ultimate troller. A real troller.
So what is he
face.
then? What is Chemo?
He is just like I don't know. I mean, he's kind of like cancer.
Cancer?
Yeah, like cancer.
Okay.
Because cancer is pretty much takes over a cell, right?
Okay.
Makes it its own. So in his situation, he takes other people's content and makes it his own. So he's kind of like cancer because
So he never shows his face.
he never shows his face
And you never hear his voice.
His objective is to
Just clown.
just clown.
I see his page as clowning. He clowns a lot of
it's
channels.
mostly clowning.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just as bad as these other channels that can't come up with their own content, are unable to show their faces, and just want to just.
So
talk shit.
essentially, he's a real content creator because he's just making content off of what?
Other people's content.
Okay, so go for it. Go ahead. I just wanted people to know who he was.
Okay. Okay. So he says there was a tug of war. Maybe I should do it in the Chemo voice.
Well, have you heard his voice?
No, I mean the actual character from.
Can you do it?
Jaime Escalante.
Can you do it?
Can I do it?
Well, you're the one that brought it up, weirdo.
Since he maybe like what's his name?
Just read the damn thing, Norby's. Read it, man.
I'm gonna try to read it in a voice. All right.
Read it.
There was a tug of war, a slight struggle between Tony A, Chicano 2, and yourself for NORBEEZ as a co-host. Now that you took the position with effortlessly ease, what is it that makes NORBEEZ such a commodity? Asking for a friend. Gracias.
Bro,
Hashtag
that sucked right now.
Did it?
That
Like
sucked
that.
right
Let me
now.
know if it sucked.
That sucked right now. Man, please stop.
My mouth is dry.
Stop. Your whole body looks dry. You need to stop eating Taco Bell and stop trying to imitate voices, dude. Oh my God, go for it.
Somebody said I did a great Scarface. Just to put it out there.
Scarface.
All right, the homie P Dog 7484 responded with my opinion. NORBEEZ can laugh at himself. NORBEEZ doesn't take himself serious like many other level 10 podcasters, all who somehow are still promoters of positivities and no propaganda. Eyes rolled back? Sure. But now that I'm commenting to you, Chemo Flicks, what makes you the judge of the YouTube yarda? Like, what's your qualifications? Who are you? Maybe you can call in.
All right, now here's my question.
Wait, he has a he
go
responded.
ahead. Dang, he responded?
He
Okay,
responded.
go for it. Go for it.
He responded, P Dog 7484. I know one special. This is how he wrote it.
Okay.
I know one special. Just a chat person that got tired of my free speech and comments getting deleted and blocked. I uploaded my thoughts with their words is all I do. Not for money or to be acknowledged, just to be heard. You know, it just seems for a period that NORBEEZ was a hot commodity. NORBEEZ Q. He don't sweat the small stuff. Salute. I think he was trying to give me a compliment there. I don't know.
Okay,
can't
so
tell.
there? Is that it?
That's what he says, yeah.
Okay, so do you think you're a commodity?
I don't think I'm a commodity. I don't see myself as one.
Okay, well, let me answer Chemo. First of all, I didn't even know I was playing tug of war with NORBEEZ. I didn't know that we're fighting over you, NORBEEZ.
I didn't know
you
either.
know. So, and I didn't even know that you're. I mean, you did a episode with Chicano too, right?
Yes. I did several of them.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I mean, for me to take it, I take it as you don't work for Chicano Tube.
No.
So I met you working with Tony A.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we've collabed and you helped me set my stuff up and everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't take it as like there's a tug of war or I won anything. NORBEEZ is still good friends with Tony A's as far as I know, right? Or
Yes,
you
sir.
answer for that yourself,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I am.
And he's a friend of mine, so I don't see it as a tug of war. The reason why I have NORBEEZ around me is because I got a lot of respect for NORBEEZ. I respect him first of all as
Same
a good
here.
father.
Hey,
That's
thank
the
you.
first thing.
Same here.
The second thing is because he's always kept it real, and he's a humble dude, and I respect humbleness in a man. And all the other stuff, you know, that has happened throughout this whole YouTube stuff like that. I mean, all that stuff is out the window. You know, people judge everybody based off what you see on camera on little bits and pieces. But when you spend 24 hours with a person and you really get to know them in person, you really see if do you really like this person or not? Do you really want them around me or not? You know what I mean? There's a lot of foul people out here, and I could tell you stories from my interactions with different podcasters personally. You know, you guys see my fallout with almost every podcaster that I've been around. You know, except for the major ones that aren't into chisme or into gossiping or into getting over on people or taking people's money or getting mad because they're not Chicano or being mad because I'm not indulging in their gay lifestyle or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? But I chose to separate myself, and these people had a problem with me. You know, another Chicano too, mad because I wouldn't go on his podcast. You can't turn around and try to down talk me or bash my character or my moral system because I don't want to mess with you. You know, you can't do that. Have 100% support for me, you know, one day, and then the next day jump on a bandwagon with the rest of the dudes that don't like me. You know what I mean? If you don't like me, get to know me personally and really substantiate something that you really don't like me for. You know, don't just go based on, I don't like him because of flat earth, or I don't like him because, you know, he, whatever, he thinks he knows everything or whatever. I'm just saying what certain people have said about me. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Get to really know the person. And if you don't want to mess with them, don't. You know, that's you're your own person. You're your own man. But don't inherit another man's beef. I always say that. Don't inherit somebody else's anger, somebody else's beef. You're living your own life. At the end of the day, you're gonna spend time with your family. You're gonna go to sleep, you know, in your bed. You don't gotta worry about our problems. You know, our problems. I'm a grown man. You know, my problems are my problems, and I don't ever get nobody to back me up or say, hey, homies, come with me over here, or get like 50 of my homies to go with me to No Jumper, or I don't do none of that stuff. I go solo bolo everywhere. I'm at the malls by myself. I go shopping by myself, you know, and I don't need all that. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna not like somebody, not like them for a good reason. You know?
That's right.
That's
That's
it.
right. Salute to you. Marvelous. Thank you. Hey, I want to read this one comment. He says, shit, where'd it go?
Where did it go? You know.
Okay, so wait. Okay, here we go. This is from Victor Aguilar, a member. He said that was prime Taco Bell voice acting. Hey,
Heck no.
shout out to you.
Hey, have you really tried to imitate somebody? Like really try?
No.
No.
Maybe when I do karaoke singing, I try to put it
I think
off.
that you just want to sing a song, bro. Like there's a song that you really have wanted to sing in front of people, but you haven't been able to.
I have.
What?
I sang Together by Tierra in front of a whole bar.
When?
Like, I don't know, some years back. Eastside Love Bar.
We need to see the footage
Boyle
of that.
Heights.
We need
Go
to
check
see
it
that.
out.
We need to see that.
They used to have a karaoke night for oldies. So I went up there, did my thing.
For real?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I'll give you props if you had the balls to do that.
Hey, man, a few drinks helped.
All right, let's go. Let's get to another one because we're gonna take calls right now.
All right, let's see.
Por favor.
All right, Slick Rick 82 says, "What's your opinion on Tory Lanez situation, and what's your opinion on ICE agent picking up immigrants from the LA County jail?" Oh, I didn't know that happened.
The whole
Tory
Tory Lanez thing is man.
Well, let me ask you, Marvelous, is he innocent or is he guilty? Tory Lanez.
Tory?
Yeah.
as far as I know, bro, from me doing my own like investigating,
Yeah.
you know, not that I got all the paperwork on these fools or whatever, right? But I know that he didn't, or as far as the research shows, he didn't really shoot nobody. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do it. He wasn't the one that did it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't rat on the person that did it supposedly. But the bad thing about the whole situation is that he went to a PC yard.
Oh.
You know what I mean? He didn't go to, for whatever reason, I don't know. You know, only he knows. You know, he has his own mouth to say that I don't want to go there or whatever, but he for some reason, maybe he thought he was going to get extorted.
I mean, that would happen. He was still rich.
But it doesn't matter though. That doesn't matter, bro.
Okay.
It's not like the first person. There's enough respect. There's enough respect in the CDC system that's not gonna happen with just like with a certain group of people. You know, they're not gonna just go, oh, this Vato has a million.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I hear you.
You're of course you gotta pay for your bunk.
Now,
you know,
let me ask you this, Marvelous. Tory Lanez, a Canadian, never lived here throughout his teenage life.
Maybe that's
life.
why. Maybe he's heard enough being in the music industry about the California prison system that he didn't want to involve himself in that. He just chose the safest route. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But what were you going to say? My bad, bro.
No, that's what I wanted to clear because a lot of people don't know that he's Canadian. I mean, I don't see a Canadian
but the thing with the worst thing about it, bro, is that going to a protective custody yard, that's worse than GP because there is no rules right there. You know, some of the what they would consider to be a dropout, you know, organization or whatever, they have their rules within themselves, but it's a dog eat dog world. You know what I mean? You really got to back your play. You know, and if the rumors are true that he was bad mouthing another dude's woman or whatever these rumors are, you know, they're just rumors. We don't know what really happened, you know. You still got to stand your ground and you got to have something on you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? If you know somebody has some animosity towards you, you better not come out your cell without something, bro. You know, you better not go out to yard or think that it's all cool and I'm just going to, you know, cell soldier it up and talk masa like all these podcasters do. You know, we got one recently talking about a boxing match, another weenie. Like you can't hide behind a camera. You know, your whole life. There's somewhere you're gonna be, and you're gonna run into somebody real, and you know you're gonna get. I know what you mean. You're gonna get that ticket. No, you're right. Stamped.
It's interesting. How is somebody that wouldn't get in the ring with any of these guys, you know, criticize them?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
But the messed up thing is that, you know, if he wasn't really guilty of whatever happened, and he ended up going and getting incarcerated, and now he got hit, that sucks, bro.
Now, well, I was going to ask you that. Well, what do you think? Is that a message to scare him, or they actually want to take him out?
Well, it's not they. It's one person. It's one person, and that's another thing, bro. That people shouldn't take it like, oh, there's rumor, oh, there's gonna be a race war, there's gonna be this and that. Like, this is one man against one man. You know, I mean, if it was on a general population yard, then check, you can't. You're not gonna go outside your race and just go do things out of bounds. You're out of bounds. You know, but in this situation on that,
complex.
It's anything goes. You just better be a man at all times. You know what I mean? Because there's no rules that are going to protect you like that. You know?
Wow.
So, but obviously he didn't know that, you know? So, I mean, now you know, whatever's happening with him, hey, prayers out to him.
Well, now they're asking that he get a pardon.
They probably might grant it too.
Well, I mean,
but it sucks. It sucks for that situation, you know?
Yeah.
It sucks for anybody. I mean, look at R. Kelly. You know, that dude going in there with whatever allegations like that or whatever, you better be on your guard.
Now,
you know.
Now,
look at Bill Cosby. Well, these are celebrities, bro.
Here's the thing: you're naming people that were going after either their masters as far as music, or trying to buy companies that normally a black man wouldn't own. Do you think it was just some shadowy figures that were trying to put these people away because they were just getting
Well,
too big, or they were.
it goes both ways, bro. But in the reality of the whole R. Kelly situation,
Yeah.
that dude was doing kind of dirty.
Yeah.
That dude had a bedroom in his studio,
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
and you better stay here, and or you need a call to use the restroom or whatever. All this, and this
Well,
is multiple women.
It's interesting because that's
You
pretty
know?
much what's happening in the Diddy case.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's videos of him beating down, whoever, and it's
Yeah.
like, dang, homie, like you can't deny all that.
Yeah.
You can't look at how you acted on the show, on that drinking champ show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
he was
super-
trying to see that the Rastafarian guy, his junk. You know what I mean? He's talking about, you never party with me for my birthday. Oh, I like your name, Fabulous. I wish my name was Fabulous. Like, yeah, homie, we know that you want to be fabulous. Like you could see the suspect in him.
Did he started calling him daddy at one point?
Yeah, he starts saying all that stuff. You know what I mean? And then he goes on the other show on what you call it? That morning show with old boy. I forgot it. The Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Okay.
And he starts, oh, was I saying that? Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were saying that,
But the guy from the Breakfast Club himself is kind of out there too, right?
I don't
that
know.
Charlemagne guy.
I don't know.
He seems heavy on the.
I don't know about him, bro.
Man,
But
he takes a few bats.
As far as them, they all got priors of that stuff, bro. And everybody, they all know what goes down at those parties. And hey, don't if you get offered water, don't drink it. You better not go eat those chips and that, or
drink that water.
don't eat nothing, don't touch nothing. I don't want it.
That's crazy.
I'm leaving at 8:00. I'm not staying past midnight. That's when you guys turn into vampires.
Now you said that they belong to that club, right?
Diddy, yeah, but I don't know about R. Kelly.
Oh,
Okay. But you know what? I would assume, and I probably would be right if I were to say he was part of that. I do believe that he is part of that. A lot of people don't know about that. That's only a thing. That's only been a thing for the past maybe 4 years. It's came out about the Boule.
But let me ask you: do you think he's gonna get away with it? Do you think he's not gonna face any prison time? Also, I don't know.
At this point, it looks like he's gonna have to face all this stuff. But then here comes the conspiracy part of it, bro. Here comes the dude that they arrested.
Yeah.
The dude that they put his mugshot out.
Okay.
Right there. That's not Diddy.
That's
not him.
Oh, because his face is all weird, huh?
That's not him.
Even the drawings don't look like him.
When they release these calls,
Yeah.
and he's right there on a supposed call in jail,
Yeah.
and he's right there telling him, okay, the pizza boxes, you need to get rid of the pizza box. Shut up. Who's that dumb to be talking about something like that on the phone?
So you're saying they did that intentionally?
You know what I mean? This is all stuff to
start up a conspiracy.
Yeah, I think all this stuff is it's a little bit of both, bro. There's truth in there where these dudes were doing their dirty stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's conspiracy stuff in there, or so-called conspiracy stuff because of who they're associated with, or the occults that they're associated with. Because that's factual stuff. It's not a conspiracy.
Now,
that's real stuff.
Now, I don't know if you're aware, but he recently changed his name.
To Love.
Yeah, to Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to love everybody and everything.
Now, do you think he might pull the
love stick?
The mentally insane card?
No,
he'll pull that out.
You can. I mean, how do you claim to be mentally insane when you set up the cameras?
Well, what he says, you know what? That was Puff Daddy.
And
I'm Sean Carter. That was Puff Daddy.
Hey, you know what he can do though? He could not identify as that fictitious name on his ID. That's what he could do. That's what he could do. But he'll probably be in limbo. He probably won't. Since you don't want to identify to this person or whatever, then you're caught because you still you're still signed over to the government.
I think he would do that. I gotta imagine he has a good amount of cash stored somewhere.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah. But okay, well, let's go to.
Now we spent a lot of time on that one, bro.
We just went with it. All right, let's see. Brian Garcia says, "Yo, this is Brownie just tapping in. Keep up the good work."
Hey Brownie, I appreciate you, homie. Thank you for tapping in, bro.
Malap 12 says, "What are some good food spots in SoCal?"
Food spots.
Nowhere on the east side.
It depends. What? Shut up. What are you talking about? Where's your spot, Norby? Let's hear. Look who's talking.
East
a person
Hollywood.
that goes to Taco Bell. What do you really know about food?
That's within the last 5 years. It's Taco Bell. But before that, I had a career on Google where I have lots of reviews of different restaurants.
Let me hear one of them. And what did you order exactly?
I gotta go back.
Exactly.
I tell you,
No,
it's
you don't
been-
gotta go back
it's
because
been-
Norby's, because once you've been to a good restaurant, you know what you ordered there. You know if it was good, and you highly recommend it. You never forget that spot.
All right, I guess I would say BDC. I'm pretty sure you never heard of it, but BDC, it's a Korean spot. They sell tofu, it's boiling hot tofu.
Okay.
In Koreatown, that's one spot.
So Korean barbecue.
No.
It's a tofu.
It's a tofu house.
So some fake stuff.
No. Tofu's made out of beans.
Okay. And what
You
else?
know, we
What
eat
is, and
beans.
that was your favorite out of all the food places.
That's just one. I mean, that's just one of many.
We're talking about a real plate of food, Norby's. Not a little hot soup, homie. We're talking about some real food.
Okay, what's real food? You tell me.
Some steak,
You
bro.
tell-
Like some ribs.
Oh,
some
okay. Steak. Fuck, I forgot the name of it. It's in Koreatown also. It's very well known. I totally forgot the name. It's on 8th Street near Normandy or Irolo Street.
So you like Asian girls?
No. This
keep
is
talking about Korea.
This is a steak house that
Okay.
almost nobody knows unless you know. If you know,
Okay.
you know kind of
All
spot.
right.
And
You know about it because you ran out of gas right there or something.
You gotta know about this spot. Almost no only you. The only people you see, and not to offend people, but the only people you see in there are probably white people.
Okay,
And-
eyes wide
and-
shut.
and-
You got a card to
and-
this secret restaurant.
and maybe some Asian people that happen to figure out about this place. But for the most part, it's mostly.
So how do you order your steak?
medium?
Medium?
Yeah.
Medium tube steak?
Medium. Hey,
What kind?
hey,
What do
that's
you
how-
order?
that's
What do
how
you order?
rumors get started.
What do you order?
All right,
Medium?
all right, all
You
right.
like it bloody?
I gave you two.
You
I
like
gave
it bloody?
two.
You like
Oh,
your
no,
steak
no.
bloody?
No.
That's medium.
No, that reminds me of another. I went to another place. I'm never gonna go there again. It's called ABC. It's a Chinese like restaurant, but it's called ABC. I don't know if you heard of it.
I never heard of that.
It's in the San Gabriel.
I never
Valley.
heard of none of the places you're saying right
It's
now.
in San Gabriel Valley, and I ordered my steak medium. They gave it to me medium rare,
Okay.
and I was pretty like lit at that point. So I was just, man, this is really good steak. It's nice and soft. I mean, it tastes like choice. I don't know if you're familiar with the term choice, choice steak,
Like choice cut?
Yeah, choice. You're familiar with that phrase?
Well, tell me, educate us.
Well, choice is a more higher level of
A
steak.
higher cut.
A better quality,
yeah.
better
Okay.
quality, where you have choice, and then you have a select,
Okay.
and then you have a regular people steak.
Okay. Have you ever been to a real fancy restaurant, like a fancy restaurant,
Where they serve like what, like Wagyu?
like where the the wagyu, or
Yeah, the
or
Wagyu.
like where the waiters like are waiting on you, like
Hey,
they
you're talking about
literally like
okay,
like Donovan's
like-
in San Diego.
like Fogo de Chao kind of spots,
You know what? I never been there, bro.
or Laurie's.
But there's a place my brother took me to in San Diego.
All right.
It's called Donovan's. Donovan's, the waiters actually like they're waiting on you, and the whole place is surrounded by like wine bottles and stuff like that. And they bring literally like it's a little filet mignon, bro. And they have like 3 little carrots, and the plate's like almost $200.
Damn, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
I don't like.
But you're
filet-
really paying for the wine. Like you
I
get
don't-
some top notch wine, and they present the wine to you.
You know what? Filet mignon is like maybe second down as far as steaks. The one I like the most is the what do you call it? The part that's inside the bone. They give you this huge bone, and it's just the stuff that's inside. What's it called?
There you go, ordering the bone.
Nah, come on. What's the name? You know the name.
What? Tell me.
The what's inside your bone? What's that thing that's
Bone
inside?
marrow.
Bone marrow, yes,
Okay.
bone marrow. So they cook it
Uh-huh.
and they slice it open. It's all bone marrow.
Okay.
They literally don't put anything. They just cook it right there,
Uh-huh.
and it's fucking good. It's
So you like
fucking
eating
good.
bone marrow?
For the most part. For the most
Crazy.
part. Have you ever tried it? Have you ever tried bone marrow?
You know what? I have tried it, but I don't like it just because.
It's salty.
No. Well, that too, but I used to watch my grandpa eat that,
Really?
and it just used to gross me out. And he'd be looking at me like, "Mijo, you gotta try this. This is the best part. This is the best part, and it's gonna give you muscles, mijo. Look at your grandpa, mijo," and he's showing me his muscles, But yeah, that's just, I don't know. Just watching him eat it was just gross to me.
I think you should give it another try. You should probably give it another
You should
try.
stick to the bone marrow. I
All
like.
right, I need you name me one here. I gave you names of here. You gave me
Well,
San Diego.
you know what, Reese? restaurants, man, I don't know any top-notch restaurants like that. And then all the restaurants that are like in the hood that I used to recommend to everybody, they all fell off. They all fell
Give me
off.
one that really disappointed you.
El Tapayac.
Oh.
They're disappointing in a way. I love the burritos. Shout out to them. You know,
yeah.
The owners used to give me a shot every time I went there on Evergreen.
That's
but
right.
their burritos got real small, bro. Like they used to really get like a manual special. You know, the one that's on Blood and Blood Out.
Yeah.
You used to get a big one for $12, like they used to have it, a big old burrito, homie, with all kinds of. It used to be hooked up.
Yeah.
And now they're small. King Taco, another one, like the fast food restaurant for us over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The burritos used to be big. They used to throw salsa on there, queso, everything that you asked for, bro.
At a good
that you
price.
ordered. Good. At a good price. And now you ask for salsa, you gotta pay this. They act like it's coming out of the refrigerator, homie. And what do you like? They get so bougie, you know. After a while, they get so much publicity. So many people been going there for years, you know, and it just sucks. Their burritos get smaller. The tacos have less meat. You know, the sopes are mainly. You look at it, there's like 3 pieces of meat in there. The tortillas are stale. The cabbage is there. It's mainly a bunch of cabbage, bro. So I'm not a rabbit, you know. Like, come on. Throw some meat in there. Throw some, you know, and you gotta every time I ask them, I'll throw some extra asada. Oh, well, that's gonna charge you. I'm gonna charge you, you know, this much or whatever. Go ahead, like go ahead. I just, you know, when I get chili with my burrito, I ask them for a cup of chili. I don't want those little packets of chili, homie, because they only fill them halfway.
Oh,
they don't even fill them to the top. And then they make faces when you ask them for it. You know, they make faces like they're mad at somebody, like they work at the DMV or something. Like, what are you mad at, fool? Go do your job and fill up that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go fill that up.
Yeah.
But they act all stingy. So I don't even recommend anything anymore. You know, mom and pop.
Okay, then why did you get upset with me when I said nothing on the east
No,
side?
because you're talking about the east side, baby. That's why. Don't you ever talk about the east side.
Food.
You don't even represent no side. So you better be quiet. I don't care. It's all when you say east side or whatever, that's gang talk, homie. You better watch your mouth, NORBEEZ. You ain't no side. So be quiet. Get to the next question, man, before we really start banging in here. Man.
Woo! Oh, fuck. Hey, man, it's hot,
Don't you
man.
ever talk
man.
about the east side, baby.
All right, this is from Brad Pitbull. He says, can you tell NORBEEZ to do a sound check on the phones before the stream begins in case Spencer Backus wants to call with some of his knowledge essay?
Orale, Spencer Baca. Let's take some calls.
You ready for calls?
Yeah, let's take some calls. Don't drop no calls. If NORBEEZ drops calls, man, you guys will be the judge whether he gets fired or not.
You got me with that food stuff, man.
Crazy. Roy GMC, it's a joke, bro. Yeah, you can't spell the West without the ES. Whoop.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Don't call that one, guys.
Don't be posting up the wrong number.
Oh, I think I know what happened. Hold on.
All right. Well, NORBEEZ is trying to get himself together again. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Appreciate you guys. So, as you guys know, this isn't just my YouTube channel. This isn't a content. I'm not a content creator. This even though we're having just an open conversation tonight, this channel is for education. It's not for no cheeseman gossip, even though there has been on here. But I appreciate you guys bringing your knowledge to the table and you guys giving your opinions. And my platform is for you guys to use and voice your opinions and bring your education as well, because we're not just here to try to educate you, but be educated ourselves. You know, we're all growing together. So let's make sure we're using real water. Come on, NORBEEZ.
All right, we're good.
There you go. All right,
good,
the number's
people.
up.
Number should be up.
The number's up. Go ahead, keep it respectful. Don't ask nothing dumb. No block
aside from
calls.
that.
No block calls.
So all food in so
What? I like steakhouses, bro.
I like them too.
Roadhouse or
I like them.
you know what
too.
they got rid of? Black Angus. Remember Black Angus? You know what used to be bomb too? Kristen Pitts is always good, but what's that one place? Bahukas. Bahukas was bomb in San Gabriel Valley. Shout out to the San Gabriel Valley. Bahukas used to be bomb. What happened? Is it working or what?
There you go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, NORBEEZ and Marvelous Inc.? It's about time you took that fucking mask off.
What the? That straight sounded like Mickey Mouse.
Well, hey, at least they wanted to see your face, so they're happy. They're happy they could see this.
That was a cute call.
That was.
All right, next one.
Caller, your name and where you calling from? No, they clicked on.
They clicked on you.
They clicked on.
Better not be the app, NORBEEZ.
They got shy. They got shy.
In the meantime, while you're waiting, you know what? I'm gonna look up some of the questions, bro. So
Yeah, handle. Number is on the screen, guys. Give us a call.
let me see.
I think they're just intentionally not calling so I could look bad.
Huh? Oh, you already answered that one, huh?
All right, here we go.
Well, I was just gonna read.
Caller, your name and where you calling from tonight?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, I'm calling from Portland, Oregon.
That's right. What's up, Portland?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight, man? I'm watching you guys' broadcast right now, man. Just want to send some love.
Hey, I appreciate you, Portland, Oregon. You want to give your name or you want to stay anonymous?
My name is Toke.
All right, Toke. I appreciate you, bro.
I just want to tell Marvelous that, you know, I support him, man, and, you know, he's always talking about interesting stuff.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in, homie.
Definitely. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Hey,
Dope.
shout out to Focus LA. He says 20 push-ups every single call that gets dropped by NORBEEZ.
That's right. On live too. I should
the
videotape.
challenge he's giving you guys. Every call that I drop, you guys gotta do 20 push-ups. Because he didn't say me. He said.
So John Wayne 666 says one of the best things for our people to learn is Spanish. I think that's like a general language now, huh?
I think being bilingual is always
Spanish and English is like super general
good.
now,
I think,
huh?
yeah, you should be bilingual. That's a good thing.
I think they're gonna make it mandatory for everybody to speak English, though.
Shout out to TC the G.
Shout out to TC the G.
Caller, your name and where are you calling from tonight?
Yo, from Anaheim.
From Anaheim.
Anaheim in the house.
What up, man?
That's right. Hey, just a quick thing that you were talking about Tory Lanez and all that. You know, like how this fool going, like, I guess, like PC and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I trip out because, you know, just like working with a bunch of people that are affiliated, non-affiliated, whatever. You know, I used to always trip out because they used to always be like, even me, some homies that I know that apparently they were no good for whatever reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I trip out because I'm like, wait, but you listen to Brother Lynch. Like, that fool did his whole thing on a PC. Right?
X-rated.
Yeah, like, I was like, so how are you righteous with, and this is where I get like technical, where I'm like, how do you listen? Because I don't want to make it sound like, you know, like como lo que es, like,
Yeah.
you'll side with this fool, but your raza, but your own homie that for maybe a nickel or dime, he couldn't pay or whatever it was, you know what I mean? Like, we knew the homie, he's righteous, he's good, and then now all of a sudden he's no good.
Yeah.
But we're over here bumping this fool. And I always thought it was weird, like, that's why I used to always think, man, I'm glad I didn't get sucked into this, but I still back up the homies that I grew up with.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I used to always think that's odd, man. Like, we listen to people that supposedly us, oh, they're no good. You know, they're no good, but then we'll listen to, like, rap and all this stuff that, like,
Yeah, bro.
bumps us up.
You're right, bro. There's a lot of people that selected politic, man, and even for the non-affiliates, for like the regular casual dudes that are taggers or whatever they are, bro. If they're gang members, even whatever, they selected politic, bro. And it seems to be like when there's a majority on that wagon, then people want to jump on that wagon, you know, and be like, oh, well, F that vato or whatever. But in their room, they're bumping SPM, or in their room, they're bumping I'm not bumping R. Kelly no more. You shouldn't be playing R. Kelly no more. There's people that got memories to R. Kelly. Does that make them bad? Like, I mean, people are going to do what they want to do, bro. Just, you know, it just sucks that all this prison stuff is out here now. And it's affecting all.
Hey, because you know what, fool? Shit, in Anaheim, that fool bump, homie. Like, sheesh, like you be hearing his jams everywhere, dog. But you know, Bluebird, all kinds of shit, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're mindful and you think about it, you're like, wait, what? Like, really? Dog? Like, now, especially now that I'm older, and I talk to a couple older cats, especially from LA, and we chop it down, they're like, yeah, like. I get it, fool, but it's just different. Yeah, I'm like, I get it, you know. But he has flows, but I always thought about it like how you guys were talking about foreign aid. Like I'm pretty sure that fool got schooled, if anything, too. Like if he went to that time, you like you said it yourself, it's a whole different game. There's no rules. Yeah, literally. Yeah. So if anything, you're gonna pay probably way more.
Yeah, they're really gonna be able to extort you. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, bro. Yeah,
man. Hey, man, I hate that I can't bump. I believe I can fly anymore.
Shut the heck up. Even if you wanted to fly, you're too heavy for the plane. Hey, I appreciate your call, homie. Thank you for calling in, bro. Shout out to Anaheim, homie, and
definitely. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
That's right. Still active and getting your podcast and everything going on. Norby.
Salute to you, G.
Definitely. I don't know, man. That Taco Bell.
Hey.
Tell him, homie. Get on him.
It's not working out, dog. It's not working out.
Hey, I'm working on that sponsorship, man.
He needs to do some burpees instead of just burping.
We're gonna have that logo somewhere out here.
You know what? You know what's gonna work out for burpees, fool?
What?
If you put a wiener in the bottom and he goes down.
There you go.
There it is.
All right, folks.
Hey, instead of him slapping his belly, he wants another vato to slap his belly for him. Choo! Yeah, shout out to Anaheim, homie.
Thanks for the call tonight.
That's the only way he needs a spotter food to replace the wiener. Like,
oh, no. Where do we start?
I can't win out here.
All right, homie. Hey, you have a good one, dog. Be careful out there, G. Be careful. All right, homie.
Shout out, folks.
That's funny.
Hey, man, Focus LA.
That's funny.
I see you in the chat, Focus.
What's Focus saying?
Hey, if you could, I don't know if you could see it, but you see, he's about to start some rumors out here.
All right, let's not get too graphic. We're going to get this damn.
There, you see it?
Where is he at?
He's right here.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Focus is going. Hey, Focus. I could picture Focus having a Modelo right now, watching this, clowning. He's laughing right now on his couch.
Caller, your name and where you calling from tonight?
It's Pinky Weenie calling from Norbert's bedroom.
Oh, shit.
No.
What's up, Pinky Weenie? It's about time you made a call here.
Norbert, you said you were only going to leave for 30 minutes. What happened, bro?
Yeah, I'm never on time. You know this. Everyone knows this. I'm never on time for anything.
Man.
Anyways, Pinky Weenie, what do you have? What do you have on the agenda tonight?
Did he hang up or did you drop that call?
No, he's still there. Oh, hold on.
Would you have him on mute?
No. Oh, he clicked.
Oh my God!
Okay. Come on, Pinky Weenie.
All right, don't be yelling that word out. Come on. All right, go next one.
Here we go.
I'm watching the phone, Norbs. Man, I'm gonna take over this whole thing. That's it, man.
Your name? Where you calling from tonight?
Hey, how y'all doing, gentlemen? My name is Juanito. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas, man.
That's
Juanito
right,
from Dallas. Shout out to Texas.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Dallas, Texas, and everybody, every Texans out there representing Chicanos.
Hey, real quick, I got a question before you. I'm gonna let you speak, homie, but I want to know the majority of Raza out there, if you do know this or not, do they still bump SPM? Do they still like? And then what do they think about? The other question is, what do you guys think about the whole LA? Like, how much different are we from you guys out there?
Nah, well, look, check it out, bro. In Texas, bro, like the people that really been living a certain type of life, we don't mess with SPM, bro.
Okay.
You know, because a lot of people support him due to his music.
Yeah.
And the people that do support him say, you know what, it's just an artist.
Right.
You know, but like for example, me, bro, I don't support him, bro, because I know that if I support his music, I'm supporting him,
Right.
and I don't support the the stuff that he did, man. So
Facts.
so no, fuck no, bro.
Facts.
Nah, 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 nah.
And
Nah,
then
nah, fuck
and
nah, nah. We don't support no SPM, man.
and then what do you think about the whole how different is Cali to you guys? What do you guys think about the whole, Cali? I don't want to say politics, but the whole lifestyle over here, is it much different from you guys? Because what I see, what we see, I mean, some of us have familia over there, but the majority of the raza, we see YouTube videos. We see like the cruising over there and how you guys have your long ass spokes sticking out of your low riders, and you guys throw like some 36-inch rims on a Caprice, and it's just a whole
Yeah.
different style. I think you guys are what Vatos over here would say, that you guys are more meshed with the black community, right?
Con los morenos.
Simon.
Yeah, yeah. Over here, bro, it's by areas. Like for example, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Like San Antonio, bro.
Mhm.
San Antonio will be considered like the LA of Texas, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's scary.
Like like lowriders and the whole Pachuco,
Mm.
that type of style. Yeah, man.
All
And
right.
then if you go like for example like a little bit up north, which is where I'm from, Dallas, it's mixed. You have a little bit of that style of low riding Pachucos and that '90s era vibe,
Yeah.
and mixed with a little bit of urban. I'll call it urban. The Moreno style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
That's the best. That's the best word that I can use, man. You go to Houston, bro. Houston is more inclined with that. With, as you were saying, like for example, we call it swangers,
Yeah.
which is the rims that stick out.
Yeah.
The music, the music. DJ Screw, man. Pimp C, rest in peace, Pimp C.
I like that music.
It's a little. Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I like that music, homie. Like, I mean, some of the old school stuff, I mess with that music. I like it. Not the whole
Pretty
like
cool,
the rim, like the whole rims and all that stuff. I don't really rock with all that. But some of like
Yeah.
the bass line, the way the bass hits in my car, oh man, I like some of that bass.
Yeah.
Like the
Well,
Project Pratt.
Yeah, man. And for example, on the rims, I do believe that it's exaggerated, bro.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
the ones
Heck
that
yeah.
stick out,
Heck yeah.
that's too much, bro. That's too
Dang.
much. Because I mean, there's certain levels and certain links to the rims, but I mean, that in itself is a culture, bro. But I'm not with that, bro. I'm with the more like the '90s style.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
But yeah, man.
Do you see a lot of the? Do you see a lot of the? I didn't mean to cut you off, homie. Do you see a lot of the LA,
you're good.
a lot of the LA vibes moving towards Texas?
I'll be honest with you, Marvelous. No, bro.
No.
That's probably a
No,
good thing.
and I'm gonna say this respectfully, bro, because over here we have a very renegade heart.
Yeah.
Like that's the best way that I can describe it, bro. Like for example, we tell it out, whatever, dude. Not only on street politics, shit, but listen, it can be at anything, dude. Even in regular politics, bro. In regards to like government stuff,
Yeah.
Mm.
like we don't. Yeah, dude. We have a very rebellious spirit, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
I can see that.
So no, bro. No, like we're cool. Like for example, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Like on the N word, I respect you guys. Like California. Whenever you guys, I'm gonna take this opportunity to thank you, Marvin. Because you have educated our people in a very good way, man.
Thank you, bro. I
But,
appreciate you, man.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So in regards to that, but then you'll come and you'll try to press. That's what I mean. Whenever somebody tries to come and press and say, you know what, this and that, it depends how you come at it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
It depends
sense.
how you come at it. You like, you come at it like an oppressive manner.
Yeah.
We'll do shit on purpose for you to get under your skin.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. To answer your question, no, bro, it's not, bro. Not in Texas, bro. Not in Texas, man. We're very independent, man.
Caller, let me ask you, how do you feel that if I'm correct, we took one of your players from the Mavericks, right?
That Norby, check it out, bro. I still voy a quedar mal, carnal, porque no sigo los reportes.
Oh, okay. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
Don't
Why
worry.
you, don't be bringing no
imagínate
boring
las-
conversation over here, Norbies. All right, caller.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you this, because we're talking about food stuff. Let me ask you, why do Texas people put a pound of cheese on everything?
Oh, jeez. You know what? I never heard of that.
I never heard of that either. What are
Really?
you talking
You never
about?
seen-
La
you-
gente, la raza, or you said in general?
In general, I think they put cheese on everything.
I think you put a pound of cheese on everything.
Let me ask you, Mark. Do you put cheese on your burritos?
You look like you
Let me-
have a
wait,
pound
wait,
of cheese,
let me
pounds
ask
of
you,
cheese
but
under
not-
that shirt.
Oh, you see, he said it. You guys do put cheese on your burritos, right?
Yeah, cheese is bomb,
Yeah,
homie.
we-
What
I
are you
mean,
Put
what-
cheese on your burrito?
Yes, what are you talking about?
It must be an East Side thing.
Yeah,
An East Side.
but not a
Oh,
pound,
Norby's,
not
man.
like that.
Man, Norby's. Man. All right, caller, real quick, since I asked you questions, my bad, homie. Did you have any questions or any opinions or just anything you want to bring to the table, homie? The platform is yours, G.
No, nothing, bro. I just want to, first and foremost, man, like, congratulate you guys, bro, and thank you for what you guys are doing for the down people, man.
Hey,
There's the reason that I tune in, man.
Hey,
There's the reason
gracias.
that I tune in, man, because you guys are doing a great job, man, and shout out from Texas, man.
Hey, thank you,
Thank you,
homie.
man.
Hey, my
Appreciate
respects
that.
to Texas, all
Thank
you guys
you.
out there. Thank you,
Shout out
homie.
to
Hey,
Texas.
Together we stand, divided we fall, home.
Simone.
That's right.
Thank you, bro. I
Message.
appreciate
That's
you.
right.
Thank you, homie.
Thank you,
Stay
man.
safe out
I
there, all right?
love you guys, man.
All right.
Amen.
Same here, homie.
Same here.
Yeah.
Talking about the Mavericks over here. We bringing a whole other subject into the table, man. Get out of here.
What can I say? I'm still into sports.
NORBEEZ. Hey, Snoopy, I need you over here. Snoopy, I got a chair for you, homie.
Wait,
Come over here, Snoopy.
What kind of? Okay, you know what? Oh, there you go. Caller, your name? Where you calling from?
All right, stay here, homie. Stay here. Look. Talking about
They need to turn the
Caller, turn your TV down. Caller,
subject into the table.
Caller.
Get out of here.
You gotta turn your
All
TV
right,
down.
homie. Okay, Esther.
All right.
Hey, Norby.
Yo, what's up, man?
Marvelous.
Simon.
Hey, buddy. It's Alligator, bro. Your buddy on the
Alligator, what's
Instagram,
up? What's
homie.
up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, nothing, man. Just doing good, bro. I'm just watching the podcast tonight, bro.
Thank you, man.
What do you think? What do you think about what we're talking about tonight? About anything?
Well, okay. Me personally, like I was born in the '80s, and and I grew up in the '90s. I've always been a lowrider, cholo kind of guy and
That's
stuff. I've always been into Dickies and Ben Davis and Cortez, and still today, homie, I still keep it real. And it's like I've always been into the lowrider art magazines and stuff like that.
Right.
Like I remember like a lot of the like the old school Chicano rap in the late '80s and early '90s and the mini truck era and all that stuff. Like I jam out the oldies and stuff like that. In H-Town, homeboy, there's always been the lowrider Chicano culture here ever since the 80s and the 70s all the way till now. I know a couple of homies over here that I know that have came out in the Teen Angel magazines like in the 80s and stuff. Like a lot of in the 80s and in the early 90s and stuff like that, like Houston, like there was a lot of real heavy Chicano, Chola style, Cholo style here, and like, and it's still here. There's a couple of like Chicano lowrider shops that is just, oh man, I'm kind of buzzed out, bro. Cause
It's all right. It's all right, alligator. Hey, don't
I
trip,
had a little
homie.
bit of coffee, bro.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of coffee, man, and the coffee kind of got me kind of like wired up or something.
I love
It's
coffee.
Norby, shut
oh
up.
man.
Hey, alligator. Hey, I appreciate.
And
Yeah. Don't trip, homie. Don't trip. Hey, but
And,
so what
yeah.
you're trying to say is that what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say about the
Well-
like has time changed? Has it changed since the 80s from the 90s to the 2000s, or are you trying to say that
Well,
you're keeping it
like-
alive?
I'm like me, like I'm just keeping that way of life alive in my life, and I know that other people here are too.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of things here in H-Town, they changed, and the whole downtown area got bigger and all that stuff. And I mean, like at times, Holmes, I do jam the DJ screw, and I like a little bit of the elbow cards. I mean, I think it looked like okay, pretty nice.
Yeah. All right, bro.
But
Hey, I appreciate you, alligator. It's just because we're on a time limit, homie. But hey, thank you for calling in,
okay,
homie.
marvelous.
Hey, I really appreciate you
Thank
calling,
you, man.
though, homie.
Appreciate you, man.
And
Thank you.
I send my respects to you always, dog. Thank you, homie. I'll talk to you on IG, homie.
okay, buddy.
All right,
much respect, homie.
Hey, you too, homie. You have a good night, all right?
I will, homie.
That's OG alligator right there.
That's right.
OG alligator.
That's right. OG alligator. Shout out to him.
The chat is crazy,
Hey,
man.
chat.
The
Hey, man,
chat is
chat,
crazy. I'm
chat.
trying not to look at the chat.
Look
I
at
keep on looking at this,
chat,
man. The
man.
chat.
All of a sudden, now
the
you
chat.
guys want me to do what you don't want me to do,
I got
chat.
the most crazy roasters ever.
Caller, your name. Where you
Oh,
calling
you already
from
answered the
tonight?
call. Go over it.
Damn, Marvelous. I know you wanted to laugh at that motherfucker. You should have just busted out laughing off that
Man,
coffee thing.
what's up, bro? Your name and what city if you want to represent it. Oh, he hung up?
He hung up.
Oh, what happened? Hey, call back, bro.
I guess he just wanted to say that.
Hey, call back, homie. My bad. You didn't drop that call.
No,
Yeah,
he
that
ain't
shit
got
ended
it.
by itself.
He just wanted to.
My
say
bad,
that to
my
you.
bad, homie. Whoever that was, I don't know who that was. Damn,
Somebody from Texas.
The chat goes crazy. Dang, Texas is in the house tonight.
Texas
Shout
is
out,
in the house.
Shout out to Texas. Hey, where's everybody in Cali at?
Caller,
So-
right here. Caller, your name. Where you calling from tonight?
Yeah, what's going on? James.
What up, bro? Who's this?
James.
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 What,
What's up,
what city
James?
you calling from, James?
I'm calling right here from Chicago.
Oh, Chi-Town in the house.
Yeah.
What's going on,
So,
bro? Go for it.
Basically, I was going to ask you, the topic is the culture is dead, right?
Yeah.
So
Did you put dead or dying?
I was,
Dying.
Oh, okay.
No, I
Okay,
put the
so it's
downfall of a culture.
Oh, the downfall of a culture. Okay, I'm like, damn, did you really put that, Norby? Don't put it, because it isn't, homie. We're still alive. You better stop that. Go for it, bro. My bad, Chi-Town.
I was like, wait a minute. I didn't put that.
Go for it, bro. My bad,
so I
James.
was going to ask you guys, why do you think that the culture is dying, or why is it dead? And why are the kids not trying to be Mexican, or why the parents come all the way from Mexico and they cross the border just so that the kids, supposedly they're coming for a better life
Yeah.
and to, and for brown empowerment. Well, they're not coming for brown empowerment. They're coming for a better life and economic, better economic opportunities. But in that process, they don't know that the kids are growing up, and when they're growing up, they're losing their culture. They want to be another race. Some Mexican people or some Mexican kids, they hate other Mexican people, and that's why a lot of Mexicans, you know, they fight with each other, and they hate themselves. They hate. You know, the girls hate the dudes. They hate the Mexican dudes.
Yeah.
They hate the whole Mexican features, and that's why some people want to. They want to. What's it called? It's called interracial dating. They want to date outside of the race.
Exactly.
So that they can take away the indigenous features. So some Mexicans, they hate their features so much that they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go date with this other race, so we can erase the indigenous features. How do you guys feel about all that, about Mexican self-hate, and they want to be another race?
You know what?
Want to be another race.
You know what? Of course I'm gonna go first. It's my show. Of course I'm gonna go first. You better stop. Stay in your lane, Norbies. You're in the carpool lane by yourself right now, homie.
It says Norby's Minds.
I know this ain't Norby's Minds. There would be no phone calls. Norby's will be talking to himself about Taco Bell. We will get no education from a packet of meat, homie. All right, my bad, James. All right. I don't know if you realize this or not, but you asked a question, bro, and you literally gave like all the answers to your question. And I love that. But I would love to answer that and go ahead and add on to everything that you said, because everything that you said right now, whether you realize you said it or not, you're 1 billion% right, homie. We are dying out. And the reason for that, you know, it's sad that you say, you know, a lot of Mexicanos cross this imaginary border, you know, and they come and they want to live a better life, and they want a future for their kids. But these kids get put into this system of this indoctrination system where they lose their culture. They get spoiled by the system where they're able to go buy fast food instead of learning how to make it. They lose their culture with identifying with other cultures and losing their heritage. They get indoctrinated by the music industry where they lose their culture and you forget the songs. They're no longer being passed. Anything that came from our righteous civilization is being lost or thrown away, or that was the past and there's no future in it, or we live in today's time and nobody has memories of anything. Where everybody's too busy over here. Once they get here, whether it was a struggle or not, they become spoiled. Now things are a little bit easier for them, and they could just go to the liquor store and buy things for cheap, but they don't know the ingredients that's in this stuff. You know, nobody knows how to hunt no more. Not that you have to hunt, but nobody knows how to make weaponry no more like you used to. And these are things that these things should still be taught, you know, how our ancestors survived, because that's the reason why you're here. That's the only reason why you're here, because your family survived captivities, because they survived wars, they survived poverty, they walked and migrated for thousands of miles. Migrated. Nobody thinks about the migration back in the day. The migration, there was no cars, there was no carriages, there was donkeys, if anything, and there was your chanclas. And the nearest lake provided water, or the nearest river provided water. You know what I mean? These people migrated and suffered and lost. There was lives that were lost. And the only reason why you're here is because your familia made it. They made it through all those battles and struggles. And now that we're here now, we got to forget about it because things are easier now, or because, you know, we can go pick out a car from the car lot, or whatever reason. You know what I mean? But the other thing is, you know, we keep on losing a little bit more and a little bit more with every generation. You know, I say every 5 years, or every 10 or 5 year graduation of high schoolers that come out. You know, you got the Edgars, you got the skinny jean dudes, you got the 90s gangbangers, then you got the stoner generation, the 70s, then you got, before that, you got the real gangsters that laid the foundation for what people know as gangs today. Then before that, you got the pachucos, and every little generation is being watered down, and they're a knockoff, and every generation doesn't respect the next one because they know it. They're seeing it. You know, the pachucos didn't respect the gangbanger generation, the gangbanger didn't respect the stoner generation because they were rockers. The stoner generation didn't respect the Pepsi generation because they don't know how to act and they're doing drive-bys in cars. And the ones that were doing drive-by in cars, the 90 generation doesn't respect the skinny jeans because that's not how we dress. Now the skinny jeans don't respect the Edgars because we didn't have haircuts like that. And it's just we're being watered down till there's no purity left. There's nothing left of us. We don't know our language. Everybody thinks that to be a Mexicano, you got to speak Spanish. They don't even know where Spanish comes from. If you ask them for the capital in their state, they don't even know what a capital is. You know, they don't even know the terms and definitions of words being thrown around. They don't even know. And sad to say, not to bash women, women can't cook these days. They don't know how to respect a man. Everybody's lying to each other. You know what I mean? Everybody, and now we got social media. Everybody's a podcaster. Everybody wants to be the first to tell the story, whether it's true or not. I said it first. You heard it here. Everybody wants views.
And everybody's on their phone.
Everybody's on their phone, homie.
They're walking around.
Everybody's on their phone. I'm guilty of it too. You know, I can't lie. But everybody, like when you go, one thing with when I used to take my kids out to dinner or whatever, like I don't want to see them on their phones. Put your phone down. We're all here. We're supposed to have a meal together. Let's talk about, hey, how was your day? What's going on? Hey, mija, like, you know, tell me about school. What's going on in school? Nobody's worried, and everybody's so tired and lazy. We become so lazy as a people, bro. And it's sad. It sucks. Everybody thinks that because they got the job, they're doing something big. They're not. They're not doing something big. They're not. You know, the real work is at your pad. That's the real work. Putting in work on your kid, making sure that he's smart. He knows words. He knows terminology. He knows what's going on in the community. He knows what's going on, how politics are going to affect him. You know, and nobody's worried about none of that. Everybody is worried. You could ask your kid right now. They're going to know the latest hip hop song before they know anything about their culture. They're going to know the latest app. You could give your phone to your kid. I used to do it. My kids made my social media for me. Here, you do it. Make it for me. They're, bam, bam, bam. Done. Dad, here you go. Here's an Instagram. Bam, bam, bam. Here's a TikTok. Here's a YouTube channel. They know all this stuff on the phone before. Nobody wants to read books. That's another thing. Nobody wants to read books. And the saddest thing about this whole thing is that our elders, our great-grandparents and our grandfathers and grandmothers, all the old senoras out there that are still carrying all these bags of groceries home and stuff like that. I see them all the time, man. Is that they're all passing away. They're not here no more. And there's nobody to carry on these memories, all these, you know, to be lectured, to be disciplined. You know, hey, mijo, don't do that. Don't talk like that. Don't act like that. Nobody's passing on these rules. Everybody's like, parents today are, well, I didn't have it as a kid, so I want my kid to have that. I want my kid to be spoiled. And our kids aren't to spoil. Our kids are to correct and lay a firm foundation. Our grandparents are supposed to spoil them. That's their time to rest and enjoy those kids. Our job as parents is to discipline them and show them and educate them so they have a good etiquette and good moral system. That's what I believe, bro. So when the whole you know, what do you call it?
Twizzlers.
No. What are you thinking about? Twizzlers? Where did that come from, Norby? Look at this guy. That's a perfect example right here. He's on Twizzlers right now. We're talking about the raza. I'm talking about the name of the show tonight. Right.
The downfall of
a culture. You know, we're falling, bro. We're falling, and there's only so many of us that are trying to keep it alive. You know what I mean? And social media.
America, America and Hollywood also. It seems like they don't want to pick us as the people to kind of put it in the forefront of TV.
Oh no!
And it started, and I think maybe one of the reasons is because they know that we're the real people. That this is maybe our land.
Yep.
Yeah. They don't want to give us any sense of like, oh yeah, you know, like Chicano power, brown people power.
Yeah.
They kind of pushed it more into black entertainment, and that's why a lot of Mexican kids couldn't. They saw their faces as ugly because they couldn't really find like a face on TV. So they're like, I guess I'm ugly. I'm not on TV. So they started looking at our features as like, You know,
Yeah.
like
No,
ugly.
you're right.
We started becoming ugly
No,
because
you're
we're
right.
not on TV.
Yeah.
Because there could be an ugly, let's say, an ugly black dude or an ugly black girl, but they put her on TV and they're constantly promoting that face as like, oh, you know, before you know it, they're like, oh, they are handsome. Oh, look, they are, you know, black is beautiful. And, you know, and it's beautiful. Whatever you want to say is beautiful or whatever. We're not talking down on them. We're just kind of showing you an example of people that were oppressed or whatever.
Yeah.
And
No, you're right,
people
man.
that were oppressed.
I mean, the
they got
Koreans
put
get
on
more
TV.
airtime than us.
Yeah. So they got put on TV and they got promoted, but we didn't get promoted. And that's why I think that's when we felt like us Mexicans, we started hating each other and we started looking more at black people as like, you know, we want to be them. They're on TV. They're the ones doing this. We want to be that. And then we started hating each other.
And you know what? People are going to call this a conspiracy. I know they are. But I think the internet, all that stuff is rigged, bro. All that stuff is rigged. I could share. You could go on my Instagram, you know, Marvelous Inc. _ tattoos. And you look at the views on certain videos and all the ignorant videos. And I've been doing it recently just to see.
Doing some research?
Posting up dumb things that I would never post. I would never post these things. And they get the highest views like that. The most requests I get like that quick, man. Hundreds of thousands of views. And the important stuff that I post, the educational stuff that I post, different clips of me talking about certain things on podcasts that I post, those are low numbers, bro. The lowest numbers. Those haven't even reached 100,000 views, you know? And it sucks because that's all you see on your search engine. You're seeing naked girls. You're seeing some kind of fight, an unaliving, you know, you're seeing decapitation. You're seeing all this stuff, you know? And those are the things that are going viral. And those are the pages that have the most people, the most views, the most followers, and all the ignorant things are going viral. But all the educational things that should be going, because you have the same followers. I mean, everybody that's viewing my stuff, I got what am I at 42,000 followers barely.
Damn.
You know?
All right.
And that's not a lot, bro. My other page had way more. But I'm just saying, you know, I should be getting the same amount of views for every video.
Okay. So
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every video that's being shared or whatever.
They control that algorithm. That's
they control it, bro. And I think that's a big thing that people don't see, especially our people, because we're so distracted with the ignorant stuff first. We want to know the cheeseman first. You know what I mean?
All right, we are 14 minutes in on this one.
Oh, my bad, homie. Hey, I appreciate your call though. I appreciate your call, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one, yeah.
You too.
Hey,
man.
you too,
Thank
bro.
You, man.
Damn, that was a 14-minute call.
That was a 14. Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I'm done too, man."
Oh, damn, my bad. Go for it.
Caller, your name and where you calling from tonight.
Twizzlers,
That's why I said
Norby's.
that to break your
man, bro.
focus.
No, you didn't say that to break my thought.
Caller, hey, caller.
Hey, it's Rossi the Solution, bro.
What's up, Rossi? I think you messaged to pick up your call, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I saw your message. You got in. Was it difficult to get in? Because I'm getting a lot of messages from a lot of people trying to get in.
It was. Like, I made like 5 phone calls.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah. Bien. Just talking about the culture, right?
Yes, sir.
I feel like a lot of it's been distorted. That's how I feel. Because like the Zoot Suiters, it came from Chuco Town.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from a shoe.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't do their research, and the clecha that's handed down. Oh, the lowrider culture came from no disrespect to LA, but it started over there with the Zoot Suiters.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I feel completely disrespected.
Shut up, Norby's. Norby's.
But yeah, Norby, love you, bro. I'm actually the one defending you on the fucking chat, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for that, man. Heck yeah. Shout out to you. Thank you, man.
Cheese it. I'm like, cheese it. But yeah, bro, like the Goofy movie and shit. But yeah. So that's where I'm at with that. Freaking, pero going back to hip hop is multicultural.
Yep.
So in all reality, porque Marky Marky D, Prince Marky D with the original Fat Boys. Yeah, and then what's it? That Sin Tu Amor, esa canción. Sin Tu Amor. Yeah, like
right.
that Big Boy, that goes back like to the 80s. Sí, son puertorriqueños, pero like we have cultura that goes back to rappers that are from the 80s. You know what I mean? Like Kid Frost. Pero we did it to ourselves instead of kicking it with like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang has raza, right? Raza. So my point of view, I'm like to Will I Am's podcast or not podcast interview with Drink Champs.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, bro. He's talking about Islos, and it's true.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, he put it down for the cultura right there on Islos. He performed Thriller right there.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, like the unique styles. What I trademarked with my mom's life insurance money. I got it from Crunch Time, and I also got it from the Wu-Tang Clan. Like unique styles, like so from hip hop. That's where I got that from. So to the Chicano music, we are the ones that did that to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we segregated ourselves from hip hop when we didn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Entiendes? That's just my point of view.
I want to say, I don't think we did it. I think certain people in the industry did it, specifically trying to put us in this little box. They're trying to steer the path of Chicanos, not Chicano rap, but
yeah,
Chicanos.
but there's 40. There's a rapper named 40 Glock, right?
Yeah.
He went at it with the game. That's between them two. Okay, but
I remember that
40 Glock, like yeah, but 40 Glock, he came out with a real fucking cultura style freaking album, and I remember it like freaking. He was out there hustling. I was going to probation office right there in Paris, California. I was going to my probation office, and he was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And I was bumping it because it had some American meat type of shit, like the Clica, the Barrio. It's all we have, it seems.
Hey,
yeah,
he did it better than
so
me.
yeah, like. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
I think that we segregate ourselves when people say or homies say, oh, the blacks or they don't let us in, or even the term when they say, oh, it's our time to shine, like, oh, it's our time, it's the raza time right now. It's always
like
been
right
our time.
It's always been
it's always been our time.
Part,
yeah, bro.
That exactly.
People
like,
just don't know how to wiggle their way through. You know, we hold ourselves back. You know, we hate on each other. We don't want the next vato to shine or get the record deal. So, and it's happened to a cousin of mine too. You know, it sucks, man, because I seen it from the outside looking in, and he couldn't see it. You know, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Go for it. My bad, bro.
I try to look. Yeah, I try to look at myself in the mirror to the man in the mirror. Like, okay, Eric, you're saying not to rebuke, right? Not to criticize. And then even when I play the LAX jam by the game, I say right there when he says, "I rebuke you," instead of saying rebuke, I say, "I love you" in the name. You know what I mean? In my name, or in our ancestors' name. Mm-hmm. I love you. I ain't gonna rebuke you because rebuking is criticizing.
Yeah.
So ¿por qué voy a criticar a mi prójimo si en otros textos in other verses it says to love thy neighbors, I love thyself.
Yeah.
So you know, so it just goes down with that, and then I'm really gonna buy the Satanic Bible too, because I got the Quran and I got the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
And the Jehovah's Witness one, but I'm gonna look into the Satanic one real soon.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for calling, homie. I appreciate you, bro.
Definitely. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, and before we hang up, did you look up the Cosmos, the first episode?
No, that's the one on Netflix, right?
No, it's not on Netflix. You can YouTube it.
Oh, really?
Look up Carl Sagan, the Cosmos.
Oh, Carl Sagan. Okay, I was thinking of the one with that other dude. The what's his name? Neil deGrasse, whatever. Neil. I think that's his name.
Yeah, that's the new guy.
That's the new
so
guy.
You want
right?
to go back to the Carl Sagan episode?
Okay, I think that one's a much better one.
It talks about the shadows, how Eratosthenes, what are those called? In Yu-Gi-Oh, the obelisk, those obelisk things.
Oh yeah.
They cast a shadow, and since it cast a shadow, basically explains right there on the whole flat Earth thing.
Yeah.
Like how it debunks it basically.
I'll check it out.
If you guys want to look into that,
Definitely, man. All right, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you, bro. Have a good night.
Have a
Government username puts Fulluminati.
Fulluminati.
That sounds funny.
That is funny. How many more calls you want to take?
One more. That's it.
One more, and that's it.
Yeah, last call. My bad. That's it.
Did we ever get into the topic we were supposed to talk
Twizzlers.
about?
Twizzlers.
Caller, your name and where you calling from tonight?
Welcome to Amazon.
What the heck is that?
Oh, somebody's been trying to prank call us with some weird number like that. I've been getting messages.
Don't answer the weird number,
press
bro.
Press 1. They're using fucking
A bot?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take one more caller, and that's it, all right? One more caller.
Did we even get into the topic that we're going to talk about? The fall of culture of a culture?
I mean, we've been going all around it, but it's all right.
Right. All right, here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from tonight?
Good night.
Good night.
Norb.
Yo. Oh.
No. Hey, don't hang up yet, man.
Oh, Brad Pitbull.
Don't hang up on him, man.
Brad Pitbull. No, we're good tonight. We're good, man.
I called so many times I already forgot my question.
Shoot.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, he did. I'm sure he did.
What happened? It dropped?
It dropped.
He's still on.
No, like now it says speaker. It was on Bluetooth. When it does that means that
that's your first drop call tonight.
I think he did that intentionally. You know what? I'm gonna call him back.
Is that him? That's another one.
So many calls that just.
Hey, call him back real quick. Got people waiting, getting mad at me for your stuff.
Brad, you there, Brad?
Hey, good job, NORBEEZ. Good job, man. Good job.
Let's get that
Go
question.
for
before,
it, Brad.
before
The platform's yours, bro. Go for it.
Hey, I'm gonna miss him when he gets into Alcatraz, man.
Shit, man.
But hey, just a little thing. Cause I've been coin collecting, but you know that the old Mexican currency was silver. You know, back when there were centavos and not pesos. So if you have them, just save them. And again, with just the digital crisis coming up and the money being printed, we're losing value in our money. It's just paper. So.
Yeah,
you know, just keep your older money, and that's the only way to save money the cheap way. You know, so
keep them silver coins.
Just wanted to share that, and then again, thank you, Marvelous and NORBEEZ, for just having this podcast because you know our strength is in communication. You know, animals cannot communicate, so you know as long as we communicate, then we could move in a direction or many directions, and
facts.
Yeah, that's it, man. And I'll call sooner next time with a proper question.
Hey, thank you for calling, bro.
Definitely.
I appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.
All right, homie.
Good night, guys. Bye. Bye.
Do you mind if I make this one last call?
To the Twizzler company or what?
Yeah.
To Uber Eats? You are Uber Eats.
I already did.
All right, go for it.
Caller, your name, where you calling from?
Hey, NORBEEZ. Hey, what's up, guys? It's TC.
What's up, TC?
Oh, TC the G.
Yo.
How you doing, TC?
I'm doing good, Marvelous. How are you doing? What's up?
Good.
Happy Tuesday.
Good. Yeah, we're talking about. Well, NORBEEZ is busy talking about Twizzlers and Taco Tuesday.
The chat went crazy with Twizzlers.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on tonight, though? What are your thoughts?
No, well, I was calling because we were gonna go over the alligator stuff. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Went over it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, the show has been great, though. I mean.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so if people didn't know, there's a lot of people that said it's true, but then I got a couple of messages saying that it's not true. I'm not there to say if it's true or not, but in the Rio Grande that they've released alligators.
Oh fuck!
In there, so anybody trying to cross through there, you know, that's essentially, you know, that could be an unaliving thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly,
And
that's
if-
not a thing for us because we'll probably end up just hunting it, cooking it, cutting it up, making some.
I know, but
boots and
still,
some
for
wallet.
anybody that doesn't know, you know what I mean? That's really a messed up thing.
Yeah.
And if it was a specific person or a specific group of people,
Yeah.
you know, they should be found. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever happens, you know, happens. But I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know. But that should never be done if that's
No, it
true.
shouldn't.
You know?
Not within that intent.
What do you think about that
Yeah,
though?
it's a very unfortunate thing.
Yeah. What do you think
Yeah,
about?
no, I think it's a very unfortunate thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if
Yeah,
you know,
I
if you
know, I
have
think
any
it's a very
family,
unfortunate thing, you know.
go ahead. My bad.
No, it's okay. No worries. No, I just think it's a very unfortunate thing. Although, you know, it's bad. It's bad, you know. But the same thing, like we were speaking about it earlier, like about another thing. I just think it's a lot of the like propaganda, you know, because yes, it's really bad. But at the same time, when I see things like that, it makes me think of the resilience that we as Mexicans have, you know.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in like, oh, in the victim mentality in a way, you know, like, oh, look, they're doing this to us now, and
Yeah.
because you know, yes, of course, we're not here to take it and do as much as you want, you know. But at the same time, it's just, you know, I think that's the beauty as well of people getting together and speaking out of their own perspective, you know. Like from my perspective, I see it as, oh, it's just another obstacle that we're gonna overcome in a way, you know.
Yeah.
If it's not like, I think you guys a meme that it reminded me of. It's like this raccoon riding an alligator.
Yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, like, that's just like what a Mexican would do, you know, like, we'll figure it out. We're going to freaking build canoes, or we'll do some shit to, like, freaking still go through that Rio.
Yeah.
You know
Definitely.
what I mean? What do you guys think?
Go for it, Norbs.
I mean, for me, it's like I said, you know,
Norbs don't even care. He already got here.
No, you're right. Shut up. Shut up. Hey, no, you're right. I mean, like I said earlier, we'll come up with a solution. You said it yourself. We'll come up with a solution because that's what we do. We come up with solutions. We find a way. You know, you think you could stop us, but no, you know, we'll just find another way.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. This is the thing that we shouldn't have to say that. We shouldn't have to say, oh, we'll find another way. Why is it that other ethnicities get free sanctuary here?
Point.
You know
Good
what I
point.
mean?
Yeah.
Why is it not no border with them? You know what I mean?
Right. No, you're right.
Why is their currency more over here? Why do they get certain, you know, tax write-offs over here? You know, why do they get to live in certain communities?
Yeah.
You know, and why are our people
Yeah.
considered immigrants on our own land?
That part-
Why is
that
that?
part right there.
You know,
Yeah.
and what's even more bothersome is that you have raza over here
Yeah.
that are calling raza a minority.
Yeah.
Oh well, you're different than me. No, you're not.
You're a wet bag.
No, you're not. No, you're not. These are the same people that got the same blood carrying through you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we're so indoctrinated that people are calling themselves, oh, I got Spaniard blood in me. Get the hell out of here then and go over there. You know?
Yeah.
Like they're so proud if that's something.
They're like that too.
Yeah, they swear they're so above everybody else,
Yeah.
but they want to call themselves raza or indigenous, and they're not.
And
They're not,
They
bro.
pull out that Spanish card.
Yeah, they pull out the Spanish card. Man, this isn't uno.
They pull out the 5 names.
You know, yeah, like it's just it's sad. You know, it's sad to see like the Cesar Chavez thing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like look, how many raza supported this guy? You know, the farmers, and this is for you know, our people here. What do you mean? How do you think you got here, pendejo? How do you think you got here?
Yeah.
You're nobody special. The street shouldn't be named after you. You were nobody. That wasn't a real movement. There's all raza are hard workers.
Yeah.
We're all builders.
Yeah.
We're all farmers.
Yep.
It's in our blood.
He's trying to
You know
report
what
his
I mean?
own brothers and sisters.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And me. And it's the same thing with these podcasts. You know, they want to be me. I'm the one, and I'm doing this, and I had a handball game, and it's retarded. Like, what is that doing for anybody?
Yeah.
Well, nobody still knows their history.
Nobody.
You know, their history. You know, your story.
Yeah, no, that's very
They're
true.
focused on they're separated from black and white. Oh, they're black. No, they're melanated. They just have a little. You have some in you too.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. You haven't researched it yet.
I don't have anything in me, Marvelous.
You had a lot in you, NORBEEZ. Stop. Stop lying.
And I know a lot of people, they're always like asking.
Yeah.
A lot of people are always asking, like, so what do we do, like, with this information? You know what I mean? And it's like, with the information, I think at the end of the day, we're going to make the change by really, like, infiltrating, like, all of the sectors, you know? Like, we can sit here and talk about it, but until we become, like, this knowledge is, like, our base, right? We should definitely have this at their base, but after that, we should definitely join the forces, for example, be cops, if you really want to make, like, a change, right? Because if we really, like, want to change the laws, want to change these things, we actually have to, like, kind of, like, join the system and kind of, like, change it from the inside out. You know what I mean? So, like,
you know
I know
what?
a lot of people, like,
You know what?
I was like,
oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's an hour and a half. Go ahead.
You know what they're gonna hate?
No worries, go ahead.
When we start making our own stuff and buying our own stuff from our own people. They're gonna hate that. You're no longer gonna see tags made from China. You're no longer gonna see the popular brands being Versace. It's gonna be made in Mexico, or it's gonna be, you know, indigenous wear, or stuff like that. You know what I mean? We need to support our communities, buy from our communities, from our people, and stay with our people.
You want to
and
start?
it isn't racism. It isn't what you call racism. Isn't like, you know, oh, I'm gonna hate on the next race. No, you do good for your people too. But I love my people enough that I'm gonna do good by my people first. So I need to help my people before I could go help everybody else.
So you want to do like a FUBU kind of thing?
For us, by us?
Yeah, for us, by us, but it's like a raza.
You know what? It's just not even that, bro. It's always been us. It's always been us, man. It's always been us. We just don't know it yet.
Did you ever wear FUBU?
No, I didn't.
No? Okay.
But I'm just saying, you know, it's always...
And the kind of situation reminds me...
Go ahead.
Sorry. Like that kind of situation also reminds me of the Irish. The Irish, or it's the Scottish or Irish. The people with the red hair, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
they were also considered black people at some point in history, right? They were considered black at some point in history. So what they ended up doing is that they ended up starting to join like the firefighting and like the police force, and that's how they kind of like made their way out of that title of like black, like, you know, like the N-word. You know what I mean? They were called the N-word.
Oh yeah, they were in the
so
bottom.
that's the way that they kind of like infiltrated their way out of that name. You know what I mean? Like, so they kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of like the idea that I have of like how Mexicans, that might be like a good way to start as well, you know, start like joining and educate ourselves, you know, like you do, Marvelous, you know, educate our people, and like that'll be the way, because so people can take it to the extremes and like riot and all the stuff that we see our kids do, right, which is completely ignorant, because it makes our streets look horrible. Like, you destroying our hood, like our neighborhood. That makes no sense. You're making it, you know, you're making it more ghetto than it needs to be. Like that's not like, that's not too smart. So
no,
there's ways to kind of like get back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you for your call, TC the G. We're gonna end this and get to the super chats. But I thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm glad you got through.
Yeah. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Send my respects.
Thank you for answering the call.
Yeah, my respects to you and the familia. I hope you're safe down there. And
definitely,
we'll talk to you next time.
Definitely.
Yeah. Tijuana. All right, guys. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Right,
you are not a minority. You are the majority.
Let me delete this app.
All right, go for it. The super chat.
Super duper chat. The chichati.
Hurry up, Twizzler.
Hey,
Gobbler.
Twizzlers. You ever like Twizzlers?
Heck no, I hate licorice. That's nasty.
Licorice. Well, let me see right here.
Here we go. Waiting on this cat right here.
I gotta get back into the actual live.
Hey, what other old shows you guys remember? You guys remember Webster? Webster. What was that other show, man? There was a gang of shows I used to watch. Gilligan's Island, Moonlighting.
You remember that one girl that?
Hey, we're not asking you that. You look for the super chats. Me and my audience are having this conversation right now. You didn't even watch these American shows.
No, you remember that one with the Vicky? That her name's Vicky.
Yeah, A Small Wonder.
Oh, Small Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you remember that, but.
Come on, Norbies.
All right, you ready?
Go for it.
All right. Snoopy, Oil, MV, became a member for the second month in a row.
Hey, I appreciate you, Snoop.
Definitely.
Appreciate you.
He says, homeboy, I got to say, keep doing you. Ese, proud of you, Ese.
Hey, thank you, homie. I appreciate you. Shout out to the homies of Meloyo.
If you want-
Gracias.
Guys,
Big
do me a
Snoop
favor.
in the house.
All of you guys that are in here, it would mean a lot to us if you hit the like button, like right now, while I'm trying to figure out which one to read. That would be great. That'll help us
I
out.
appreciate you guys for liking, sharing, even if you do not like it.
All right. Next is Victor Aguilar. Says, when will Jay be joining the podcast again? Ooh.
When he drives his lazy butt over here, that's when.
There you have it. Victor Aguilar also says Norby's bumps Mrs. Sancha on the way to.
I heard it. Freaky Tonight. He was bumping it.
Hey.
He was bumping it.
I've never heard any of her songs.
Stop lying, Norbeez. You heard it. You heard it.
No.
Freaky Tonight. That's Norby's song. Look it up.
I think she goes by another name now. Now that I think about it.
Something, is it Diamonique or something like that?
Something like that.
Something
right?
like that.
Yeah. All right. Victor Aguilar also says un saludo a toda la banda. All right, we got Naomi C. Became a member. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naomi.
Pinky Weenie also became a member.
Thank you, Pinky.
Norbert is 2 years younger than you.
Oh, we threw it out there.
Norby sings "Lost in Love" in the shower.
Oh,
what song is
sing
that?
it. You know what song that is?
I don't know what.
I want to get lost in love with you.
I want to get lost.
MB Writers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, I knew you knew it.
I didn't remember.
Rubbing Twizzlers all over his body.
Rozzy, the Solution, became a member today. Also,
thank you, Rozzy. Thank you.
Pinky Weenie says, "What is your response to Funny Carlos calling you out to a fight?" I didn't know he called me to a fight.
Yeah, I found out like a while ago, a little while, like an hour ago or something.
Your BM responded and said you can't fight, but we all know that's a lie.
Who? Oh, anyways, I don't know if it's a real one or not, if that's a fake comment or not that they put or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he calls himself funny still. He's not funny. He tried to be a comedian.
Fake it till you make it.
He tried to be a barber. Didn't happen. He tried to be a rapper. Didn't happen. He tried to tattoo. Couldn't make it. And now he does his little funny skits. He lost his first marriage because he used to treat his baby's mom like crap on camera. And he's a real I don't know. I'm not even indulgent.
It's just sad.
Anyways,
it's sad.
My message to you, little Carlos, is stop clout chasing my name. You know, this isn't a game. I know you do stuff for views because you think it's funny, dude, but it's not. It's nothing to play with. It's for reals. You know, this isn't about a celebrity. You're not a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity either, dude. And the same for you want things to be shown on camera. Like you don't want to be knocked out on camera. That's gonna be the worst thing for you. You're gonna get embarrassed. And if you really have an issue, you should drive over here by yourself. You shouldn't. You don't need no homies with you or nothing. You don't need a cloud chase on camera or nothing. I've already told you to come over here. You know, it's stop playing with this camera stuff, dude. It's not funny no more. You know, stay in your lane. You're safe where you're at. You know, you got people that believe in you, and you got kids to be around for. So that's the bigger thing. You need to be around for your babies. So you know, just man, there's just too much to say. You know, like get some tattoo makeup to cover up all that stuff that you should have never got. You know, that's all over your face. You look like a disaster.
Ouch.
You know, that's about it.
All right. Memo Juarez says Norby stick to the answering calls gig. Okay. Pinky Weenie also says a video is going around on IG of your boys hanging with their group of friends labeled Mexicans with black tendencies. What are your thoughts?
That's the video that they're talking about is an older video. My kids were young. You know, and that's something that I got on their case about, and that's part of losing the culture. That's part of what the episode is tonight. It's embarrassing. My kids know better than that, you know, but they're young right now. They're young, and I made bad choices when I was young too, you know. And when they get older, they'll understand, you know. Especially everything that my grandpa taught them. You know, my grandpa has taught them a lot, as much as me. You know, so when they get older, they'll understand, and they'll have a lot of regrets that, you know, they shouldn't. Oh man, I shouldn't have acted like that, or I shouldn't have done this, or whatever. You know, we all have our things that we do when we're young, you know? So, you know, that's an old video. So, I don't, you know, I'm not mad at anything, you know, it's just something that kids do.
All right. Snoopy Oyo Envy says, NORBEEZ has it in for the East Side tonight.
I know, man.
I need to have a sit down with the Vato ASAP.
Ooh.
Oh. Uh-oh. Green Eyes. Thank you, Green Eyes. Says Night gave up after 13 calls. Damn you, Norbs.
Oh, Green Eyes trying to call. Hey, my bad, Green Eyes. We'll drop your number and NORBEEZ will call you on the next episode. I'm so sorry. I apologize for reals. We get a lot of calls. I'm sorry.
She got some response. Says perdonar forgiveness. Perdonar forgiveness. Snoopy also said NORBEEZ didn't answer my call either. Still want to know why he hating on the East Side tonight. Uh-oh. Let's see. El Hermano says, what's going on? I've been writing raps. What advice would you brothers give to someone who's thinking about doing music? I believe it may be time for me. You want to go ahead first?
Man, you know what? The music industry, bro, do your thing. Do your thing. I hope that you make it. You know what I mean? I hope that you got that talent to rap, bro. But my opinion, my personal opinion, the music industry ain't nothing to get into these days. It's nothing. Ignorance is what sells. So if you're going to be ignorant and push a gang banging line, or you want to be this whole gang member or just whatever, you don't even got to rap good no more to be a rapper, to tell you the truth, homie. Ouch. You know what I mean? It sucks. It's all watered down. If you're going to be, if you believe in yourself and you're going to be good, bro, and you want to be a good rapper and touch an audience, I say stay underground like Conejo. Conejo has been underground this whole time, but he has a righteous audience, you know. But even with the circumstances, everything was meant to happen, you know, for him. But he has a righteous following, and his raps were real, you know. I'm just saying on the Chicano rap side, you know. But if you're just if your spectrum of audience is more broad, and not just a Chicano thing, and you just want to be a rapper, hey, go for it, you know. But there's certain obstacles you're gonna have to overcome in the music industry, and you know, it's gonna be a difficult one, I think, bro, in my opinion.
All right. Well, I mean, me talking with people in the industry, and holy crap, are we still on?
Did it end?
I don't know.
Don't tell me it ended.
It said we're chatting, but I just want to make sure that we are on. Let me refresh this, unless it booted us out.
Why would it boot us out?
You know, remember the internet? Sometimes.
Oh, dang.
Because I was gonna say, if they didn't.
It still says there's 269 in here, and people are commenting.
Are they saying that we're still on? Guys, live chat. Let us know on the live chat.
They heard me talk about Conejo,
and let us know if we're still on.
Put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up real quick.
Yes.
Please, please.
Because that is not refreshing.
Here, let's just read the last ones then, if we are on.
For the most part, that was the last one. But I mean,
that was?
I mean, that's gonna suck if they can't even hear us now.
Oh shit!
Because it's not.
Yeah, we're still on. They said.
Oh, we're still on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my message from hanging out with a lot of people from the industry: if you want to be a rapper, be a rapper. Don't think about about getting a big deal out of it. If you truly feel like you want this, you have to do it. You got something to prove. Prove it to yourself. Do it. Put it out there. Don't worry about what anyone's gonna say. There's an audience for everybody. Literally, there's an audience for everybody. Right now is the perfect time to either be a podcaster, independent podcaster, or independent music artist, because right now the music labels don't know who to choose anymore. Right now, there's platforms that you could put your music out. And the thing about it is that you gotta, now as an independent artist, you have to look at all the angles that normally a label would take care of for an artist, such as promotion, such as networking, such as sharing your music, putting it out there. So you're gonna have to learn a lot of things to do on your own if you're gonna delve into that industry. You're gonna have to be able to research, study, because it's not just your music that you got to work on. It's also how you put it out to the world, because you can't put it out to the world now, but you have to study the strategies and how to do that kind of stuff because nobody's gonna do it for you, but everybody can do it. So if you want to do it right now. Put as much as you want into it. Don't worry about getting views, numbers. Just do it. There's an audience for everybody. Just make sure you tag it and describe it the way to the people that you want as your audience. But you could definitely do it right now.
Thank you, Jerry Holler.
Thank you.
Okay, what are your final thoughts, bro?
My final thoughts from 94M says Norby's always messing up. Get it together.
All right. Hey, thank you, 94M. Appreciate you, homie.
My final thoughts, you know what? I'm glad, even though we didn't really touch on, I mean, we did touch on the subject, but we really didn't delve into it the way we thought we were. This show, you know, what I love about this show is that it eventually just takes a mind of its own. It gets its own course. We don't control it. And this is what I love, because for the most part, this
Go
part
with the
is
flow.
The people control it.
Yeah.
They tell us what they want to talk about, and we talk about it. And I think tonight we communicated with our community, with our people. We put out a statement. We put out our message, and they put out their message. And I'm glad that we have people from Chicago, Texas. I mean, much love to the East Coast, to the Sun Belt. I don't know if you ever heard that reference, the Sun Belt.
No.
Those are the southern states in the U.S. Much love to all you guys, all the way up to Oregon, Washington. I mean, it's crazy that this platform reaches so many people throughout this country, and I'm so happy that people are hearing what you need, what you want to say, because like we said, there's a lot of podcasters out here trying to act like they're representing us when they're just trying to create division, trying to lie, and trying to break down people that are actually trying to teach our people, not just telling them what they need to do.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that. I'm glad that we spoke on these things and we communicated, and which is important for us right now.
Appreciate that, Norbs. Appreciate it. All right. I just want to say thank you for taking time to give me your time once again. This platform is yours for you guys to have a voice, and you guys voice your opinions, thoughts, education, wisdom. And, and I just want to thank you for that, for educating us as well. These topics that we talk about on this show are really important, especially to our communities and our struggle, that we're still going through. I hope that you guys get something from or anything from any episode that we do have. And, what else was I going to say?
Twizzlers.
No, NORBEEZ. We're going to say Twizzlers. I'm sorry for NORBEEZ, his bipolarness and his Tourette's. Sometimes he be screaming out Twizzlers or, whatever. But no, just on the real though, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And sorry if we didn't get to all the comments or phone calls. But the main thing is that education is key. You know what I mean? And education comes from you. It comes from your lifestyle. It comes from how you conduct yourself. It comes from what your kids are watching, and you don't even, like, when you were a kid, what I'm trying to say is when you were a kid, you seen things. You know what I mean? And your parents didn't know that you were seeing them. Or you heard things and your grandparents didn't know that you were listening at the door. And you got that and you took that in, you know what I mean? And you carry that with you today. Your kids are doing the same thing. They're watching everything that you're doing. They're listening to everything that you're doing. They want to be like you, or they want to be better than you, and it's our duty to vibrate a higher frequency, to let them feel a real energy and not just the bad stuff. If you're in a relationship that's toxic or whatever, they're watching all that. They're listening to all that. They're hearing arguments. If you're doing something that you're not supposed to, you're fighting a substance or whatever, they know that. They're not dumb. You weren't dumb. So just try to make your frequency more pure. That's all I'm saying. And education starts at home, not in a school, in a building with some random stranger that's teaching your kids out of a textbook or a curriculum that she's handed or he's handed to give to your child. Your child should learn from you everything, and know the truth that the earth is really flat, So I hope that you guys have a good night. Thank you for joining me, giving me your time. I appreciate you guys. Much love and respect to you and the familia. And viva la raza.
Hell yeah. Hey, you know what they say? That's rock. Bye.